Hi everyone, welcome back to Garage Football. My name is JP, aka John from JPWHU TV. We are live for the Liverpool versus Real Madrid Champions League final over at the Stade de France. And I'm absolutely buzzing for it, guys. If you're new to the channel, by all means, please do, as it says in the ticker, please do like, share, and subscribe to the channel. The channel recently hit 400 subscribers, so thank you to everybody that is watching that subscribed recently. It's been phenomenally good growth for the channel, and these guys work bloody hard. Bill's away, as we know. He's away looking at what am I talking about? He's away with a friend's stag do, but I said I'll host the game for him in his stead. As always, guys, put your comments in the live chat. Let us know what you're thinking on this. But it's great to see you all. There's 2 people watching, so thank you very much, guys. As you can see, because I'm the host, we're gonna have things a little bit more professional than what Bill normally does. As much as I love him, we've got it's got the score sheet up there as well. For that matter, you just might be able to see. Let me just change the color of the clock, so you'll be able to see that. Well, I'll do that in a second. But anyway, guys, to go on to how we do things on my channel, JPWHU TV, let's talk about the team sheet. So it looks like there's potentially maybe a change for Liverpool, but as things stand at the moment, Alisson is in goal with Alexander-Arnold playing at right back, Conte. Kanate and Virgil van Dijk in the centre back pairings with Robertson at left back, Henderson, Fabinho, and Thiago Kante as the or Thiago, I should say, as the midfield, and Salah, Mane, and Diaz up front. On the bench for Liverpool is Naby Keita, Firmino, Gomez, Oxlade-Chamberlain, Milner, Jones, Minamino, Jota, Shamakis, Matip, Kelsner, and Elliott. It looks like they're going to be using a 4-3-3, and no surprise that Real Madrid are also going to be using a 4-3-3 with Courtois in goal, with a back four of Carvajal, Militao, Alamba, and Mendy, Modric, Casemiro, and Kroos in the midfield positions, with Valverde, Benzema, and Vinicius Jr. up front. On the bench for Real Madrid is Nacho, Eden Hazard, Asensio, Marcel, Lewin, Vasquez, Bale, Ceballos, Rodrigo, Isco, Mariano, and Camavinga. So, guys, as always, put your thoughts in the live chat. Let us know your score predictions for this game. I think it's going to be a very, very tight one. Very, very tight game as well, I reckon. I really, really do. Let me just see if I can change that up for you guys now. Is that going to change it? Save changes. No, it doesn't make any difference. Give us 2 sec. Russ, hello, mate. Russ says Real Madrid will win. Well, it'd be a shame if they don't, mate, because we've watched every game together. Pretty much, as even though he is always a late winner. Where's the time? Where's the color preview? There we go, right down the bottom, as it always bloody is. Yeah, it'd be a shame if they don't, because we've followed them ever since the PSG game, and the PSG first leg, and and we can't not have it. Kickoff delayed by 15 minutes. Understandable, Russ. Yeah, I was going to come round to that, and it's just come up on the screen now as well. Kickoff has been delayed by 15 minutes because of people coming into the ground without a ticket, shall we say. That's one way of putting it. The reason being, now there's an argument on both sides. There's an argument to both sides on this. You can blame UEFA for allocating corporate over fans. We have the same thing with the FA and the Europa and the Premier League and FIFA and everybody else. There's always more corporate than there is fans for a lot of the time. But also at the same point, you can blame the fans for charging, because just because you didn't get a ticket doesn't mean you can try your luck. But anyway, Linda says, "Welcome, Linda. This will be West Ham next year." Thank you, Linda. Thank you for that. Yes, not more than likely. It would be lovely to have that. So yeah, the guys. So I was hoping we weren't going to be. I won't be sitting there blabbering for the next 15 minutes. So Russ, come on as quickly as you can, son. Save me, save me. But yeah, I do genuinely think that's the reason. That's the reason why we're the game's being delayed for 15 minutes. It's I say it's we all know how deep the corruption goes in football. We know how deep it goes, and you know it shouldn't be like that. It shouldn't be like that in any shape or form. But it is. So we can't not talk about it. But of course, obviously now the Premier League season is over. Great to see Port Vale getting promoted to League One via the playoffs, if I remember correctly, playoff final. So it'd be interesting to see what happens. So, guys, for those that are watching, there's 3 people watching at the moment. For those that are watching, let us know who you're looking forward to seeing in the Premier League next season. It'd be interesting to see get a bit of a guys onto an experiment, so we say, to see who you guys, what football clubs you follow, and all the rest of it. So it'd be nice to see what you guys are thinking about. Who's going to be an entertaining one to watch in the Premier League next season? I'm not going to say next year because it's not next year. It starts this year. In actual fact, it starts very, very soon. It's not that long. It really isn't. So, guys, good health to you, ladies and gentlemen, and all those in between that are watching. So yeah, let us know what your score predictions are. As I say, it's a little bit of a shame that we can't go any. The game is being delayed because I've got another 15 minutes of me waffling until the game comes on. But let's go back and talk about the team sheets. All right, so let's go into a little bit more detail than what we were talking about earlier. So, good idea to have Alisson start. Very, very good idea from a Liverpool point of view. Obviously, let's talk about the home team first of all. You know, the British team, so called. Even though there's only one, there's only two, well, sorry, three. There's only 3 actual British players in there, but never mind. Yeah, so you've got Trent Alexander at right back, who's had a phenomenal season. Good evening. Hello, Rick. Good to see you, fella. Rick's saying 3-2 to Liverpool. Not a bad shout, mate, in any shape or form. And obviously, I know there's been a lot of people talking about revenge for the last time. Was it 4 years ago now? That was I watched that. It was a cracking final. It really, really, really was good. But yeah, Trent Alexander-Arnold's had a fantastic season so far. Was it this season? Last couple of seasons. Konate's been brilliant. Van Dijk's been an actual stalwart, was it always is. Robertson, I think, is a bit of an underrated left back, if I'm honest with you. I really think he is. He's got a lot of potential. I don't see people talking about him as often as they should, in my personal opinion. Jordan Henderson, the Mark Noble of Liverpool, again, an underrated player. Really think he is. I really think he's underrated for what he does for Liverpool. Cracking player, we all know, but still a bit still underrated in my opinion. Give me 2 seconds, guys. Sorry, I just don't want this channel to get done for copyright law, because obviously I think my telly's a little bit too loud. Fabinho, brilliant midfielder. We know that. Thiago, again, a brilliant midfielder. Salah and needs to stay on his feet more, in my personal opinion. Mane, great centre forward, very, very good, very, very talented player. And also Diaz as well, a player that is just only going to get better for Liverpool. Really think he will. I know he's absolutely putting up trees with his performance at the minute, but I think we haven't even seen the best of him yet. I really he's got such a much better potential than anybody would think. Okay, so let's have a look at it. Okay, so let's go on to the starting 11 for Real Madrid. So Courtois in goal. Very, very good goalkeeper. You could argue he's slightly better than Alisson. Do you agree? Let us know in the chat, guys. Carvajal, very, very good right back. I'm not too au fait with the players, just warning you now. Because I never really watched Real Madrid properly up until the PSG first leg. I've seen Real Madrid a couple of times. Obviously, watched it when they played Liverpool last time, and also what was it, the previous Champions League final as well, for that matter. I've seen them a few times. Not really into them as much as I am now. I think they're a very, very good side. Very, very talented. Very, very coordinated. Ancelotti's done marvel with them. And they won the league again, and there's a very good chance they're going to win. They're going to win the Champions League as well, for that matter. But anyway, I'll go back to talk about it. So Carvajal, very, very good right back. Militao, I think you pronounce that. Again, very, very good centre back. Alaba, very, very good. Very, very good. Hello, Dennis, mate. Hope you're all right. Asking, where's Bill? Gone west. The dad jokes are coming in already, even before I've started saying them. Left back, Mendy, very, very good player. Very, very good player. Let's move on to the midfield. Modric, can't lament him enough. Really can't lament him enough. One of the few players that I've known and watched loads and loads of times. Loads and loads of times. Very, very good. Beautifully played when he was at Spurs. Handful still to this day, as we've seen in previous watch-alongs, and plays very, very well for his country, Croatia, as well. Gave us a lot of problems in the last World Cup. So very good. We'll have to see that. And Dennis is he has, to be fair. Yes, he has, mate. Yeah, he has gone west. Not that west, but he has gone west. And Linda is loving that, Dennis. Okay, so come on, guys, give me your thoughts on these sides while I'm rattling through them. Casemiro, very, very good midfielder, very entertaining bloke. Really think he's a good player. Cruz as well. There's not enough superlatives to really compliment the player. Really, really isn't. Valverde, not seen so much of him, but still very, very talented attacking player, should we say. Benzema, man of the tournament, as far as I'm concerned. Really is man of the tournament. Just an unbelievably good player. And Vinicius Jr., aka Vinicius, as we've all been calling him. This kid can only get better. So it's going to be a very, very tasty lineup. Dennis is saying Madrid don't have the household names of years gone by, but arguably the best side they've had since 2016. Totally agree with you, mate. Totally agree with you. They're getting household names. Benzema is a household name. Modric is a household name. Courtois is a household name. Mendy is becoming a household name. Carvajal is becoming a household name just because of how good of the players they are. But I know what you mean. It's not like you can reel it off left, right, and centre like we used to a few years ago. But yes, best side since the last 6 years. Completely agree with you. And likewise with Liverpool. Klopp has done an unbelievably good job. He's been very patient, been very stealthy with a lot of his signings. Yes, all right, spunky money left, right, and centre, but at the same point, played he's played some very, very good football. Has some very, very good. He's got an unbelievable scouting team behind him, getting in these players. Obviously the likes of Mane. Whoop, here he is. The pizza. Your pizzas are ready, guys.
You're terrible, you.
How are you, mate? How you doing?
I'm all right. Cream cracker, mate. It's just a hell of a day.
I can imagine.
Oh,
right. I was waiting for you to clock in because I needed to redo the scoreboard. So now you've clocked in. We can see the scoreboard properly now.
I'm a little bit smaller. I don't like looking at myself that big.
Bloody prima donna. How's that?
Yeah, that's better.
So how's the DIY going, buddy? All finished?
It's annoying. It had to be today of all days because we've got family coming down next week for bank holiday and everything. So I had to literally, because we got 4 panes of glass in by our front door.
Mm-hmm.
I won't go into it, but one of them cracked a few weeks ago. So I literally had to. We've decided to put perspex in instead. So we literally just had to take them all out, put the perspex in, and because they were cut to size. Obviously, they were too pissing big, weren't they? So I've had to sand them all. It's just been. I've got done 3 of them. We've got to do 1 tomorrow, and got to do a load of painting tomorrow as well. So,
Dennis is saying, "Swear to God, if Liverpool carry Henderson to a second Champions League." Come on, he's not that bad. I genuinely call him the Mark Noble of Liverpool. He's an underrated player. He really, really is. I know everyone's been waxing lyrical about him, but I think he's not as bad as everybody makes him out to be. But
No, he's definitely underrated. Yeah, he's got a certain skill set, hasn't he? He's not the flashiest. He's not the most ambitious, let's say. But as a captain, there's not many that are probably better than him, to be honest. I've always liked him. I've never. He's not a player I've ever sort of go, wow, he's fantastic. But he just does his job, doesn't he? And just
exactly. And like with the likes of say, that's why I always call him the Liverpool or the England Mark Noble as well, for that matter, because you're absolutely right, son. He doesn't do things, but he doesn't need to be flashy. That's the whole point. You know, it's the FIFA generation saying about that again. But Dennis is saying, "May come on second half, mate." Yes, you may. You may. I will send you the link in a little while, mate. So you got it all ready. So that'll be entertaining.
You have to have a vote. One. Might have to get Bill to make the tiebreaker in the pub, wherever he is.
Then it says, good. Talk about Henderson. Good captain, not a Champions League winning centre midfielder. Well, he's won it once already, mate. So
at the end of the day, it doesn't matter if you're in a team and you do your job for a team. It doesn't matter if you're like Jimmy Traore, players like that. They got Champions League winners medals, didn't they? It does. They probably, in their wildest dreams, didn't think they would have deserved it, but they were in a team. And they did their job and they won. So, and there've been hundreds of better players that haven't won it. Like, well, I can't remember off the top of my head, but there's been a lot of better players than Jimmy Traore who have not won Champions League.
Absolutely, mate. Completely agree. Are you watching it on YouTube, same as me? So we've got the same timing.
You know, bloody TV, mate. I'm peeing about like that.
Well, you'll be able to. Where is it? You'll be able to see the clock here up here, mate.
Right, that's fine. Yeah. When it starts,
we'll do the usual 20-25 seconds sort of thing, and
yeah. I'll let you know when I kick off. I'll pause.
That's what Gooners do.
Yeah. I'll always pause at kickoff, mate.
Then it says Buffon not winning it and Henderson winning it is a crime. Well, yeah, yes and no, mate. I know what you mean. Reputations and all that more than anything else. But if you're not in a decent enough side, you're not going to win it, unfortunately. That's the way thing goes. So Russ, you've seen the team sheets, yeah?
No, I saw vaguely that there was possibly a change for Liverpool.
Yeah, but it doesn't look like anything's been confirmed as yet, because there was talk. It looks like because it would talk about Naby Keita by the looks of it. It doesn't look like any changes have been made. So just for your convenience, shall we say, because we've got plenty of time to kill at the minute. Let's go through the team sheets again. So here we go, guys. Here it is up on the screen. So we've got for Liverpool, we've got Alisson in goal. Back four of Alexander-Arnold, Konate, Van Dijk, and Robertson. Henderson, Fabinho, I should say, and Thiago in midfield, with Salah, Mane, and Diaz making up the attacking three, with the bench of Milner, Keita, Firmino, Gomez, Oxlade, Chamberlain, Jones, Minamino, Jota, Shimikas, Matip, Keller, and Elliott. Also in a 4-3-3, and also is Real Madrid with Courtois in goal, Carvajal, Militao, Alaba, and Mendy making up the back four. Modric, Casemiro, and Kroos in the midfield, with Valverde, Benzema, and Vinicius in the attacking positions, with Nacho, Hazard, Asensio. I was about to say Arsenio then, but it's Asensio, Marcelo, Lunin, Vasquez, Bale, Silly Bollocks, Rodrigo, Isco, Mourinho, and Camavinga. So, what are your thoughts on those team sheets, mate? Whenever you're ready.
I think it's very hard to pick a winner out of those two sides. They're probably the best that they're probably the best teams they can put out. And yeah, it's going to be hard, mate. I don't. I know I said Liverpool, Real Madrid will win, but it's hard to pick between those two sides.
It is, mate. Yeah, I mean, just purely bearing in mind that you and I and Bill have watched the 5 rounds that Real Madrid the 4 previous rounds, I should say, Real Madrid have been in, the games of those rounds, I should say. I've got a soft spot for Real Madrid. It's got fuck all to do with Liverpool. I've seen Liverpool win the Champions League, and to be fair, I've seen Real Madrid win the Champions League as well, for that matter. But I've been paying more attention to Real Madrid because we've done those watch-alongs, and as a result of that, it would be nice to round off all the games that we've watched on this channel with a Real Madrid victory, but doesn't necessarily mean it's going to be. I mean, obviously, of course, Liverpool are the big hitters in this because they've won everything but the Premier League this gone season. So, but yeah, for me, I want Real Madrid to do it just for the romance of it all.
Yeah, I'm quite happy for Liverpool just to do a domestic double. I'm not sure if it's it's well known, but I hate Liverpool. I just hate them. I've hated them for a very, very long time. Not hate, but I just dislike. Hate's a very strong word. But yeah, if Liverpool lose tonight, I'll be more than happy. Put it that way. But yeah, as I say, we watched all the Real Madrid games, and Real Madrid have been lucky in some instances. Don't get me wrong; they have ridden their luck to get to this final. I mean, they've been behind in quite a few of these games. So Benzema's been absolutely fantastic in the games that we've seen him in. Absolutely amazing. He's getting better with age, isn't he? He's like a fine wine.
Yeah.
So I hope he gets a goal today because he'd definitely have earned it. As I said, definitely. Liverpool couldn't give a toss really if they win or not. Man. Just hope they don't really. They've won enough. They've won enough.
Well, yes and no. I mean,
don't like Klopp either.
Balanced and easy reviews as always on this channel. But
yeah, I hope they Real Madrid have flown in Ramos in just for a game to take Salah out again. That's quite. How long ago was that? 3-4 years ago? Was that final?
4 years, yeah.
4 years ago, blimey.
2018, yeah. And because obviously the season after the final after that was that Liverpool Spurs game, wasn't it? The most boringest final I've ever seen in my entire life. A penalty within 2 or 3 minutes to Liverpool, and then fuck all happened until the 5 or 6 minutes at the end.
Yeah, well, just for me as an Arsenal fan, obviously Spurs being in that final was a bit. I was quite angry, and yeah, them playing Liverpool as well. So I had to pick Liverpool because I can't be having Spurs winning anything.
I mean, all I remember from that, as I say, because me and the housemate I was living with at the time, he was a Liverpool supporter. We got beers, we got pizza. It was like, fucking, what are we watching? We made a whole bloody night of it, and then we ended up being that piece of crap. But
we talked about this before, didn't we? We said I'm not a fan of two teams from the same league being in the final. I'm not. I'm just. We've had some of the games between teams from the same country have been dire. Do you remember that Juventus? I'm sure we spoke about the Juventus AC Milan one quite a few years ago. It was the most turgid game I've ever seen. I was I was really excited for it's been a good game now. Where the penalties didn't, I think. Rubbish.
Let's have a look to see what the guys are saying. Dennis is saying a change. Oh, great. Klopp will be crying already. I cannot wait for the conspiracy-ridden meltdown of one of my mates if Liverpool's lose. Bear in mind, Fornells was offside despite running past Matic when we beat them. Mate, don't even start on that one. Absolutely agree with you, Dennis. ABS, anybody but Spurs.
Every
Luke,
team
hello, mate. Welcome. Oh yeah, we'd never want to see the Spurs do anything. That Liverpool Spurs game is what you mean. I don't know why he's put fan in there. Maybe he's autocorrect. Dung it one for the other. I was sick as a dog. Think Spuds would win. Hated football that season. I totally agree with you, mate. And Luke's also saying, but remember the hot streaker in that Spurs Liverpool final? Yes. Do you know what? Funnily enough, you should say that. I think what's his name? James Alcott and Flav were talking about that the other day. Where Flav was saying we don't get naked women streaking anymore. What's happened to that? Where's that gone?
It's gone woke. The game's gone woke, mate. It's terrible.
But yes, I do remember that. All of us remember watching that video clip. I think that broke the internet on that night. I think when that was released on Twitter.
I used to love it. Now they just turn the camera off somewhere else. So what's the fun in that?
There's little
Let's
kids
have a look.
watching. We can't have nature on football. Doesn't happen. But you're right, mate. Yeah, it has gone. It's 100% gone woke. Then same, mate. I remember watching that game versus Juventus versus Milan. Juve were robbed from my memory. I was about 10, to be fair.
Yeah, it was
probably the last time I had a
worst
growth
game
spurt
ever
as well,
then.
mate. I think, wasn't it?
It was awful game then. It was terrible.
Pamela,
I remember it like it was yesterday, that game, because I just couldn't believe what I was seeing. It was just so boring.
It is. It can be, because it's a stalemate, isn't it? To a degree, the tactics are going to be the same, and I think to a degree, Liverpool are going to defend for their lives again. And as will Real Madrid. So,
I don't
Pamela,
know.
welcome.
Yeah, I mean, I think Liverpool go ahead. Like Madrid have always gone behind, haven't they?
Yeah.
In every game we've watched, Madrid have always been sort of playing catch up. I
Yeah.
could definitely see Liverpool scoring and going ahead.
Yeah. That was my only criticism of Real Madrid over the last few games. Is exactly right. Their defending's been shocking, but Liverpool's defending can be shocking as well, for that matter. So there could be some good games. So be very, very interesting to see what happens there. Luke saying Zidane volley or Bale bicycle, having this debate in work last week. That's a good one. Which one was the better one for you? I know where you're going to answer it, but I still want to hear it.
Well, I would like to say, but Bale's was quality, wasn't it? That was so good. I mean, all right, he used to play for Spurs, but you can't argue that was a fantastic goal. And Zidane's, it's hard to pick really, to be fair. I mean, they've both got their own qualities, haven't they? But I think because Bale's was more recent, I think a lot of people will probably say that one's better. And in my,
of course,
probably edges it. To be fair, you don't get many bicycle kicks, do you? Especially a Champions League final, blimey. You know what I mean?
Exactly,
Biggest
mate.
game in the world.
Then to say, my memory was Milan was just lumping up to Shevchenko, peak Allardyce, and play for penalties.
It was, mate. That's why, honestly, that's all it was. They were just defending and just like they were letting Juve come onto them, but Juve weren't doing much either. So, but it's two Italian teams, aren't they? Back then, there was more sort of aspect on the defensive side from the Italian teams, because you know that they were always good defensively. Having those teams play each other was just, neither of them wanted to lose, did they? So then neither of them was going to sort of attack. At least if you say on penalties, we lost on penalties. We didn't lose in the 120 minutes.
Exactly. Pamela's saying she's from Malta, so welcome. It's a bit weird where YouTube can gets access in certain countries and not in others, but it's the way it goes. Unfortunately, Dennis is saying Zidane all day long. Absolutely right. But as you said, Ross, the reason being is nobody will remember that, because the majority of football fans can only remember 5 or 6 years ago. They won't be able to.
Or when their club gets bought by a super rich owner, basically.
Exactly. Yeah. Precisely
before that, it doesn't matter. No, it didn't exist before that.
Well, football didn't exist before the Premier League, mate. You know that.
Well, yeah. It was just yes. I think it's either yesterday or day before. It was the anniversary of Arsenal winning the title against Liverpool at Anfield. I had so many like videos on my Twitter feed, and you think that was
2004, wasn't it?
No, you know the 80.
Oh, sorry. Yes, no, yeah. I'm thinking of Old Trafford.
Yeah, no, the one at Anfield, and they were just. That was before the Premier League, and everybody harps back to, Man City, or even like Man City the other week. All right, they were 2 behind, come back and win the title. But when Arsenal beat Liverpool, they were the 2 teams going for the title, and it came down to like the last minute. That can never ever be replicated ever. I don't think.
No.
The 2 teams actually playing each other for the title and winning it in the last minute. That'll never be replicated.
Oh, there's an interesting one from Pamela here. Where are we? Come on. There you go. I met Dusan. I can never pronounce this guy's name properly.
Vlahovic.
Well, you know what my pronunciations, mate. You cheeky bugger.
He's arrested tonight, anyway.
Mate, come on.
You don't even know, do you?
I haven't looked.
Letting us down.
You're never going to let that go, are you? You're never going to let that go.
letting go. That's just rude. Rude.
I'm saying I met Dusan Vlahovic.
Vlahovic.
That him as well.
Mate, I heard I was every day in January, Arsenal journalists were talking about him, so I know how to pronounce his name because he turned us down, didn't he?
He was the side with Juventus, and I think she means I was 10, not I am 10,
Yeah.
and my real name is Stefano Mr. Bonacioli. Well, but why put Pamela then? Here we go. We've got a problem maker already by the looks of it. But just to shut you up, Captain Saki, it's Clement Turpin is the referee for tonight.
Which from France.
Yeah,
Clement. His name's Clement.
Clement. What everybody says to their missus after 15 pints. Come on.
I think
he was a referee for one of our Europa League games. I think Clement Turpin. I think it was like quarter final. I think that name certainly rings a bell. But yeah,
we weren't in Europe, so.
But yeah, no, it's been. I'll tell you what. The last couple of weeks of the league went really quick, mate. They're just unbelievably fast.
Yeah, especially last week when Arsenal lost to Spurs and Newcastle. It was just like, oh, for God's sake.
Wasn't inferring about that, but now you brought it up.
Just blew it, mate. Blew it. Bottled it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's the thing. I mean, we could have said the same thing about Liverpool. You know, against Spurs. That was the game that would have won them the title if they'd actually played it properly.
I'll tell you what, Spurs. All right, Spurs beat us to top 4, which I was angry about at the time because they're our rivals. But I think we've said before, mate. All right, their team is not great, but they've got 2 world-class players who can dig them out of a hole, and they've got a world-class manager as well. So you look at it that way. They probably deserve to finish 4th. They did deserve to finish 4th because they got more points than we did. So
exactly. Well, not by much, mate. It wasn't that far off, was it?
No, I think Spurs have got real problems coming up.
2 points for one, let's say.
It was 2 points, I think.
Yeah,
something like that. But obviously, I think Spurs have got big because they're in debt with that stadium. They've got a lot of aging players. Spurs, I mean, Kane's not getting any younger.
No.
They need another striker, but what striker's going to go there if they're not going to play second fiddle? You know.
Well, third fiddle, technically, if you think about it.
And they need another striker, I think. But no, to be fair, I mean that they're the 4th best team in the country, and the league shows that. So I was angry at the time.
Well, there's only one reason for it. It's because they bottled it in Europa League, didn't they? In the Conference League. Well, went COVID. No, you went bollocks. And then Arsenal do exactly the same thing with the Premier League. Oh, we've got 1 case of COVID, but that's why someone's on international duty at the minute. Can we stop playing?
Well, I think that at that particular time, Arsenal used a rule to their advantage, and so other teams did as well. It wasn't just Arsenal. I think Liverpool. But
it's just really hypocritical. I'm seeing Spurs supporters again, like Flav, for example, going on the overlap, voicing his opinion about Spurs, about Arsenal bottling it for the London derby when they bottled it in the Conference League.
Yeah, I mean the London derby the referee was atrocious anyway, but we won't go into that. Spurs beat us 3-0. They deserved it. We had a mate holding him sent off. He should have been sent off. It was a stupid thing to do.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, we were in that game up until the penalty, and that was the softest penalty, one of the softest penalties I've ever seen, mate. To be honest, it sides on the ball. It was a nudge more than anything else. It wasn't a push. It was a nudge. But I think there was one that happened either that same day or the next day. Nothing given. Exactly. All I want is just consistency. That's all I want.
That's what we all want, mate. That's the thing. I mean, we're never going to say it. Yes, all right. We might see it now that Mike Dean's properly retired this time, albeit he's going on VAR duties allegedly. And who else? Because there was 2 other referees as well.
Yeah, John Moss and I can't remember the other one.
I was very happy when I found out Moss was retiring. It's like, fuck off, you
these guys just but they're going to be training the next referees coming through, and you're like, fucking hell. The cycle's never going to end.
No,
there's got to be an independent referees an independent body that trains the referees. That's obviously, I know you have to have input from the referees that are playing now, and you have to have a head of refereeing. But the way FIFA don't even want these guys at the World Cup. That's how bad our refs are. It's shocking.
I completely agree, mate.
Decisions you see every week, you're scratching your head most of the time. You think, how can you give that and not give that? All I want is consistency. That's all I want. VAR as well. You take 4 minutes to decide if someone's offside.
Clutching at straws in that case, mate, is trying to rule everything out.
Just the whole thing needs reviewing, revamped, or whatever, something with a re. But it just needs sorting out, mate. Until you get some of those boneheads out of the referees association, man, it's just never going to get any better.
Absolutely agree with you, mate. And talking of boneheads, Dennis has reiterated the reason for that 15-minute delay. Liverpool fans climbing over the fences to get in the stadium. Videos all over Twitter.
Yeah, it's Liverpool fans, isn't it? All over. They was sort of.
Tony, the new guy that's joined my channel, he's got some great content up today for his thoughts on the transfer window starting.
Joined your channel, is he?
He has, mate. Yeah, well, it is a Patreon, and I did put. You probably would have seen the tweet I put out the other day asking if people wanted to join and make content, and Tony was the only one that responded to it. So yeah, he's on.
Content for you. It'd be Arsenal content, but I can make content for you.
Yeah, well, the closest you're getting, mate, is coming on the previews. That's it. But yeah, Tony,
don't worry, Phil, if you're watching, we won't get you shut down tonight. Don't worry. He comes back tomorrow morning. He wakes up tomorrow morning. Where's my channel gone? Oh.
So yeah, Tony's good evening to everybody.
We can blame Dennis when he comes on. It's his fault.
Yeah, talking of which, Yarmolenko is available for free on for Spurs. Allegedly, according to Tony, which I don't disagree with, because I've seen the same thing. Apparently, he's going to be he's looking at odds to sign to Fulham, which should be quite entertaining. Bearing in mind, you'd think the reality is that he'll go to Poland and spend a good few months with his family, but we'll see. We'll see what happens.
Big Ronaldo's on the TV.
The proper Ronaldo, definitely.
Yeah,
and
he was amazing, mate. When I was growing up, he was class above.
And Stefano, who's posing as his mum, says delayed to collect from 25-2, and he's got a naughty dog.
He has a naughty dog.
We're not going to have that conversation, mate. That will definitely shut the channel down. Dennis is saying, because of behaviour Liverpool fans, but we cannot talk about those Angels negatively.
Yeah, do you know what? Do you know what annoys me is in the media in England, there's two teams that they love. For some reason, it's Liverpool and Spurs. You can't say anything negative about Liverpool or Spurs.
Well, apparently, according to Ty, you can't say anything negative about Arsenal either, for that matter. That was hysterical. I don't know if you've watched the latest overlap, but he was on one. Absolutely was on one.
Oh,
and he got shot. And to be fair, he got shut down by Jamie Carragher because he said, "What, can nobody criticise Arsenal?" And he went, "No, I'm not saying that." Well, it was quite funny.
No, it's not. Can nobody criticise Arsenal? Everybody criticises Arsenal. It's true. It's honestly, media hate us, FA hate us, refs hate us. It's just like we have to pick Millwall's mantra. I think no one likes us. We don't care.
And Stefano, just to be clear, mate, not all your messages will go up because this isn't about you. This is about us watching the game. All right, so this is more about than just you. Please don't ask people to put your messages up. We'll put them as and when we feel like it. Okay, don't do. This is what I hate about social media. I was talking to Tony about it earlier as well. This is about two people having a conversation while football's going on. It's about more than just you. And also Dennis, sorry, put that one up. Dennis's refereeing decision is to clone Pierluigi Collina repeatedly. He was a quality ref, to be fair.
He was scary, wasn't he?
He was what Mike Dean started out as. You know, Mike Dean was very, very good when he started out. He was a disciplinarian, but you understood the decisions that he was making until more football came on the telly.
Well, he just descended into parody, didn't he?
Yeah, definitely. And that's what I worry about Michael Oliver as well, for that matter. He's going down the same route. Started off being a very, very good referee, despite what Rick will say in a second when he hears this. I really, really rated him when he started out, and now he's a clone of That Herbert, he really is.
Who was a ref who left the English game about 3-4 years ago? Went to work in Middle East.
That was Mark Clattenburg.
He was decent ref. He was.
He was, yeah. He
Best
really,
part,
really
he
was.
knew what was going on, mate. He just said, "Oh, I've had enough of this. I'm going."
And Dennis is saying here, just on that, Howard Webb and Clattenburg were the only two good, decent refs. Howard was a little bit.
Howard Webb was a bit. He was another one.
biased to Man United a little bit.
Mate. Oh God.
100%. Yeah.
He was like, it was
Tony
the
said
12th
it's
man.
always
He
okay.
was.
Thank you, Tony, mate. Tony's saying the wider Ronaldo, you mean he has a red and yellow stripes on his backside.
Yeah, his bottom's in 2 area codes.
Yeah, and Dennis is saying Paul Durkin was the worst ref.
Mate,
he was.
He was a little ginger.
Can't disagree with that.
Yeah, little ginger. 5-letter word we used to call him.
Just 5.
Not that I have anything against ginger people, but yeah, he was a horrible little man. He looked like he was like 50, 60 years old. He did, just running around the pitch, just like, he was just a horrible man.
Well, if you watch what is it, Ben Foster's Foscast when he's talking about referees, they do seem very, very good people. They really do seem really quite nice people. I mean, I know one of the guys I watch football with every now and again. He's met Mike Dean and says he's a lovely bloke to talk to. Really is a nice guy, but like you said earlier, mate, he has become a parody of himself. Really did.
Yeah, but they're never accountable for anything.
No.
These refs, they can basically decide whoever wins a match. They can decide the fate of a club, whether they stay up or get relegated. They can decide the fate of a manager, whether he gets sacked or not. And they're just not accountable to anybody. And a lot of other sports, you got like rugby, cricket, they talk to the refs and say, why have you made that decision? Why? Football, nothing. Why is that? I don't understand why that is.
Well, it's only going to be a matter of time, mate. It's only going to be a matter of time, because other sports are not as heavily regulated. I was about to say relegated then, but not as heavily regulated. But the reason being was because you don't question the linesman at a tennis game, for example, or you don't question the referee at a rugby game because they will treat you with more respect than these referees have been treated. So it's a catch-22 from that point of view. But at the same point,
if you're a ref and you're getting called a you-know-what, send the guy off.
Exactly.
Then pick the other players to get the hint, wouldn't they? It's not hard.
And also for that matter, don't forget, as everybody conveniently seems to, that what was it about 4 years ago, 3-4 years ago, it was players would need to be spoken to for crowding the referee because it was a booking.
Yeah.
And that lasted about 6 weeks.
Yeah.
So it's all down to the strength of the referee at the end of the day, and that's half the problem.
At the end of the day, if you end up with a team, if a match gets called off because they've all got red cards, they'll stop them doing it.
Absolutely agree, mate. Totally agree. But and then likewise with diving, if it's a dive, if it's not a penalty or it's not a free kick, then it's a booking.
Exactly. I mean, we saw loads of them recently where I think Salah did it not long ago. He got blown in. He got given. Didn't even get given the yellow card for diving. Given a free kick the other way, but it's simulation at the end of the day. If you simulate, it should be a yellow card. That's it.
Guys, seriously, we've had a massive influx of viewers. It was 11 a few minutes, about 30 seconds ago. It's now 283.
It's all me.
You know, it's all me, mate. 295 now.
Join our channels here. Join these as well. Down here.
Yeah, join Russ's and join mine and all, please.
Yeah.
But yeah, let's have a look at the chat because it's predominantly people. So it's 296. Jesus, Bill's going to wet himself when he sees these numbers.
Already in that strip club.
That's what it looks like on the there at the minute with this celebration. that's what you call thighs. But Dennis is saying when we were 3-1 up against Sheffield United in 03-04 and he just gave everything their way. I do, mate. I do, painfully, unfortunately. Dennis is also saying Mike Dean's interviews always make him as sound as fuck. Absolutely agreed.
Sound as fuck. Yeah.
You watch him on the Sky Sports
Oh.
interviews and stuff. He looks really cool. Keith Hackett, he was fondly remembered by the West Ham faithful. Yes, a very, very good referee. One of the last remaining balanced referees, if I remember correctly. He was brilliant. And Bubba Bayer, welcome. Liverpool
Welcome,
win.
Bubba.
Bayer. Sounds like a 90s reggae group, doesn't it? Bubba Bayer. Where is it? Dennis is saying, where did the ban for diving go? Yeah, we generally just talked about that. Stefano says, remember when Ronaldo scored a bicycle kick, and we just talked about that as well, for that matter. Jose Bravo, welcome. Why hasn't it started yet? Fan infractions, shall we say? People trying to get onto the pit, into the stadium without any tickets.
Yeah, we won't tell you which fans, but you can probably
put the numbers together.
Are causing the issues as usual.
Dennis says, look up diving in the dictionary. You see a picture of Mo Salah on the floor holding his knee. Absolutely agree with you, mate.
Him a 10.
Totally agree. Tony's saying, totally agree. Referees are scared to make the big decisions. Just look at VAR this season. How many times have refs gone to the screen because a VAR official can't make the decision? Well, it's more a fact that people on VAR are saying, well, actually, no, you need to look at this because I think you've got it wrong. And then they never disagree. I don't think we've ever seen. I'm a big advocate of VAR. The technology is brilliant. It's just used by muppets. And the problem is that I've never actually seen anyone go, no, that's not now. It's just not right.
Like when VAR was first brought in, none of them wanted to use the screens.
Yeah, they thought they were above it.
They thought they were above it. They thought, okay, we'll just, we don't need to review it.
See, Russ, we were talking about this the other week. VAR is only used rightly if it's played in real time. You slow it down, of course, people are going to get sent off.
Of course they are.
That's the problem. Tony says, JP straight Russ, let's face it, the new kid on the block has come on and the views have increased. Just saying, hashtag drop mic. Adrian, welcome, is asking when is kickoff, sir. See, there is some respectable people out there. It's literally in a couple of minutes by the looks of it, because the officials and the players, at least from my point of view, watching it on the YouTube stream, they're literally just about to walk out. Sharky says, what the fuck's going on? Is this Eurovision now? Sharky, you know what happens, mate. They always put on big lavish things for finals, but I know what you mean.
United Kingdom was denied their first win in 30 years in the Eurovision.
Let's not go into that. That's trying to keep politics out of the equation on that one, Sunshine.
So politics, Eurovision. That's basically all it is. Everybody hates United Kingdom anyway. That's why we always bought them.
Jakob says, has the match started? No, it hasn't. And will we stream it? No, because it's a copyright.
We're not allowed to. That's probably why we've got 3,000 people watching us. I think they're going to put a live
drop massively now. They've realised we're not doing it. But
it's like, what, you conned us, bastards.
I don't have YouTube, so I can't watch it. Says
you're watching this on YouTube. How are you?
Depends on your country. On your country. That's the problem.
Yeah, VPN. That's what we need. We need sponsorship from VPN.
Yeah. Bill, when you watch the replay, mate, talk to ExpressVPN.
Yeah, talk to Surfshark or someone like that.
Stefano says Neymar should win a diving trophy. Absolutely agree with you, mate. Don't have YouTube, so can't watch it, unfortunately. We do have YouTube. You're watching it on YouTube, mate. What are you talking about?
You do. You are. You're watching us on YouTube.
Get used to this, mate. Get used to this. Tony says the season before we were screaming for referees to look at the screen. This season the refs have a sofa the amount of times they've gone to the screen.
Yeah.
But it's literally just got the Champions League anthem and having a very, very close up of Mohamed Salah's ear for some random reason.
Yeah, Sharky says it's on BT Sports YouTube channel. Yeah, but unfortunately, it just depends, Sharky, what country you're in, mate, because it depends who has the rights or whatnot. YouTube.
A lot of people are asking the same question. It's just like, can we watch it on the stream? No.
We can sort of act it out for you, couldn't we? Me and you could have a match in our front rooms, and we could sort of One of us could be Liverpool, one of us could be Real Madrid.
Right. Well, we've got a racist in the channel already, so that's banned straight away. So from my point of view, we've just seen the team sheets for Liverpool coming up. So just to give you a context, Russell, where we are at the minute. But yeah, and Samir, no, we're not streaming it. You just there's ways of watching it, mate. This is the 21st century.
Go subscribe first, because now you're going to go.
But yeah, we're still in triple. Well, literally,
we can play FIFA. What do you reckon? Do you reckon we play FIFA instead, and then we can just?
yeah, we could do that, and then we'll be able to redo the game, no problem.
Yeah.
People not understanding the world, unfortunately, as it always is.
Right, I'm just gonna get another beer, mate, because I'm parched.
Okay, mate. Literally about to kick off, but your timing is impeccable as always. So the captain's just shaking the hands of the officials. Tony, to be honest with you, no, I don't think so, because it said stay home, so I don't think so, mate. Sharky says Dan Lawler showed the Europa League final on his Twitch stream and he got his channel suspended. Exactly, that's the point. I thought Dan had more integrity than that, to be fair. But yeah, you can't do anything. You can't do anything. You can't broadcast anything you don't have the rights to.
3 million views.
Yeah, you can't broadcast anything you don't have the rights to. It's as simple as that. This isn't an IPTV service.
Right, just about to kick off.
Yeah. Okay. So not that far off. It was just seen.
Right, I've kicked off. Right, let me know when they kick off.
Oh well, you'll see on the clock up here, mate, what time the when the kickoff is here. But I'll say it anyway, just as it happens. So Henson guys taking the knees now. So for 25, 30 seconds behind you, I'm guessing. No, stop. I thought they were doing it. Henson warming up, and now boom, kickoff. And he just buggers off just as I say it. So your timing is impeccable as always, mate. Just as it kicked off, you fucked off.
Had to get a battery.
Yeah, it's all right, mate. Not a problem. All right, so 20 seconds now, mate.
Yeah, we're pretty much on the same.
Yeah. Well, because I always do the kickoff before. I don't know how I can do it quicker than these guys. This clock is like 2 seconds ahead of BT. It's ridiculous. But anyway, so where are we? So what we got here? So just trying to see who Lincoln throws the ball up to Salah. Oh, that was a good clearance.
Yeah, Liverpool on the attack.
Yeah.
I knew Liverpool come out straight away.
Yeah, absolutely agreed. Tony says, "Where's Bill? JP? He didn't come in straight away. Bill is off with his mate on his stag do this weekend, mate. So that's why I'm hosting it.
He's in the honey pot.
He is. In a few hours' time, you might be in another honey pot as well if you placed his cards right.
Yeah, well, I don't want to go into that. Can't remember what that's like.
So what we're looking at here, so we got a free kick to Liverpool.
Oh.
looks like Henderson's going to take it by the looks of things. Not Henderson, sorry, Robertson. Not bad spacing either, for that matter. So Salah and Robertson talking about it. Do you know what? I hate all this stuff. Really does my head in. So it's either going to be Alexander-Arnold or Robertson taking it. I think it's going to be Henderson. No, it is Alexander-Arnold, and it's easily cleared out by Benzema, I think that was.
Do you think actually someone tells them to actually cover their mouths these days? I think someone does.
To a degree, I think they kind of do it out of habit more than anything else now. But you're probably not far off it, mate. I do generally think they kind of...
You can do anything. You fart and you bring the game into disrepute these days.
So it looks like it looks like the ball's now over to Mendy by the looks of it. He puts it back to Courtois. Woo! Not bad pressure as well, for that matter. Exactly as we kind of expect. Van Dijk back to Alisson.
You're the colour guy. I'm a play-by-play. Or you're the play-by-play?
What do you mean?
Yeah, commentators. So I'm your Steve McManaman.
I'm not that bad. I'm hoping I'm not that irritating either.
Steve McManaman. You're not Steve McManaman. I'm your Steve McManaman. You're my Clive Tilsley. Or whoever's.
I'm not sure if that's an insult or a compliment there, mate. But
no, who's doing it today? Fletcher?
No clue. It
Darren
sounds
Fletcher.
like the usual commentator for, because McManaman's definitely in the pulpit with him, but I can't recognise the name.
It's not Darren Fletcher who used to play for Man United.
I doubt it. I know we had that joke last week, didn't we?
Yeah.
The other week when we were doing that. So it looks like it's gone out for a Real Madrid throw-in. And Henderson's not happy. So he's taken. So throw-in about to be taken by Casemiro, I think that is.
That's terrible.
That is awful. So Henderson with a long ball, trying to find
no one.
Nobody, actually. Thought he was trying to get it to Diaz then, but nothing doing. And now, see, my only criticism about this, as big as my screen is, when you got a wide shot, you can't see who they are because it's too wide. It's really quite irritating sometimes.
What are you watching on? TV or?
Yeah, my telly, yeah.
How big's your TV?
48-inch.
I'm not going to brag.
That's what I'm saying. It's big enough to watch anything, but it's such a wide shot itself. Unless you can see the numbers, I ain't got a fucking clue who you're watching half the time. Right. That's a cover help. Down over to it's Casemiro.
Number 14.
Ball over to Vinicius there, I think, by the looks of his haircut.
Just got that. That's Mendy, isn't it?
Now it's Mendy. And now ball in to, well, allegedly.
Benzema.
No, Benzema. Yeah, it's Benzema. Over to Vinicius. Nice ball in.
Oh, come on.
Get in there, son. Go on. Crowded out.
That's Benzema.
No, that's the man himself, Benzema. Toying with Salah by the looks of things there. Ball back down to Carvajal.
So good this year, isn't he?
Oh, that's a mistake. But good defending from Robertson there. Very, very good defending. So who we talking about then, mate?
Benzema.
Benzema. Who's got the keys to my Beamer?
He's been so good this year. In every game we've watched, he's been so good.
Dennis, it's on your Twitter, mate. I tweeted it. I've sent it to you.
What's he doing? Where is he?
I thought I did. Hang on.
A young lad like Dennis should be out on a town. Shouldn't be joining two old geezers like me and you.
Two old geezers. Right, so let's go back. So yeah, I've sent it over to you. Sorry, Dennis, I thought I sent it, mate, but I did say I would send it later, to be fair, but you got it now, mate. So where are we? So Henderson over.
Can I have the link, bro?
Don't.
It's terrible. What is it like?
That started out as a joke, which I'm sure he will elaborate on when he comes on.
Oh no! I hope he hasn't had a drink.
He's only got little legs.
He's got a nice.
With a great run down the right hand side. Robertson tracking him the entire way.
Oh.
Easily defended though, to be fair. And now Liverpool are now on the counter, slowly, but they are. Ball over to Alexander-Arnold, running past this halfway line. Should be booting it over to Salah. He does now. Salah trying to track him, but back to Alexander-Arnold, and it's intercepted by Mendy, and now Real Madrid. See, it's not too bad so far. I mean, the attacks have been slightly casual, but at the same point, they've not really been uninspiring either, for that matter, if that makes any sense.
Champions League final, mate. You expect it to be a bit cagey, but First 20 minutes or so.
Definitely, mate.
Because you don't want to sort of go behind, do you? Really,
Yeah.
ideally.
He's sober, mate, so he should be fine.
You're sober, are you, mate? Oh, no. Have a drink quick. Probably got one of those.
Let's not have you two. Let's let
German.
you two play nice. You two play nice.
He's probably got a Hogarden chilling in the fridge, I reckon. One of those wheaty German beers.
So Diaz over to Sane. Yeah, I think Sane kind of thought that Diaz was going to make a decent run then. Then he didn't.
We're going to catch that, Christ.
Yeah, it's not really the most inspired of ideas. I think it's just a miscommunication by the two of them, by the looks of things. But could have worked well. But even if Diaz did try to run it, I think it's kind of got the would have had the rub on him anyway. To be honest, by the looks of it.
Do we have to ask Bill if Dennis is allowed on?
It's all right, mate. I'm in charge. I can accept him and I can boot him, so it's all good. And I can do the same with you, to be fair. So button it.
Oh, we might be on an Arsenal channel tomorrow. Is there a playoff game tomorrow?
I think there is actually, mate. Yeah, I think there is. It's going to be
Huddersfield.
League. Yeah, I was going to say Championship.
I want to watch that, but I'm going to be busy. I don't think I'll be able to go on the stream. I hope Forest win that. I really want Forest to come back into the Premier League.
Yeah, you don't like interlopers, do you?
No. It's been a long time since Forest's been in it, hasn't it?
It has, to be fair. It's been a long time. Oh, nice ball over to Mane.
Corner it.
Just. No, he's giving it as a goal kick. Oh, how's that work out? So look at the replay.
Oh, it was out.
Oh yeah, ball's out. That's what. Well, allegedly out. Sometimes that is. Sometimes that isn't. But the ref's got it right on that one. To be honest with you, I don't agree with it being over the gravity point of the ball. It has a whole of the ball has to be over, in my opinion. But it's never the case. As long as it's more than half of it over, it's out. But that's a ridiculous rule. But we've always had it that way. And also, likewise with the corners as well, for that matter. Center of gravity has to be on the touch line, and yet balls are never ever on that at all.
Yeah, I think it should. I think it should be like, the refs got all watching it. I think that should be for like any time the ball goes out of play. They should get a vibrate on their watch saying, "Oh, yes, out." And there's no debate.
It's a good point. But at the same point, my line of thinking is if the ball has to be over the line completely to be a goal, then surely the should apply to the rest of the pitch.
Oh, yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's fair.
So Benzema on the attack. Oof, that's a good block from Alexander-Arnold there, to be fair. That's a really good block.
I was going to dig out my old Real Madrid shirt, but I forgot.
Even when I messaged you earlier saying you still up for it, mate, you completely forgot about that. No,
I was busy when I was still doing a bloody window.
That's out, isn't it? Yeah, throwing to Liverpool. So where are we? So we've got Fabinho over to Salah. Oh, nice. Henderson, long ball, trying to find Diaz, but again, not in the right position. That goes out for the Liverpool throw-in. Robertson, I think that's one of the quickest throw-ins I've ever seen. Fabinho over to Henderson just in front, behind the centre circle. Back to Diaz from Robertson there. Diaz. Oh, that's a nice ball put through. Very nice, but again, Mane and Diaz aren't on the same wavelength. They really aren't tonight. They're not on the same wavelength at all. That's two times now.
Yeah, I mean, he's a new lad and he's just joined Liverpool. When did you join him in January?
Yeah, January, I think. I mean, for the way he's been playing, he's looked like he's been there all season. He's an unbelievably good player.
He's really, I mean, Liverpool just They're at that point in their development. They could just buy one big sign in every season or every window, can't they?
Absolutely. Well, probably with their runs the last few seasons, they could do that They can make about 2 or 3 every, and still be able to balance the books pretty well.
Yeah.
Unlike certain clubs.
What do you think of Mbappe's new contract?
I didn't give a shit, to be honest with you. I was talking to Bill about it. It shouldn't have been as public as it was, but it happens all the time. You know, players will sign new contracts. You look at the Chelsea lot as well, for that matter. I guarantee some of those guys are going to sign new contracts with them and get a hefty signing on fee as a point.
That's what money. It's obscene.
I know, but that's what La Liga are arguing about, is the fact that he gets a signing on fee. But that's the whole point of the Bosman rule. At the same point, you know, there's no money going to a club or an agent. It goes to the player. Good save. Mendy did really, really well there. Balling from Robertson. Mendy's the only one that is actually making any effort to get to. Apart from Salah, we just see him running in from this angle, but yeah. Okay, so the ball.
What am I drinking? I'm drinking Aldi beer, Pilsner.
I'm drinking beers from Tesco's, mate. Well, ciders, as it always is for watch-alongs.
I only get these because they're $3.25 for 4 cans.
Yeah,
and it's 4.
And that's why I get these beers, mate. It's 4 for a £5.
4 cans for $3.29. You can't really argue with that, to be fair.
No, exactly, mate. But these are, I mean, probably not. I mean, you got little cans there, haven't you? And these are half a litre.
That was the other one. I drank that already. These are my big cans. These are my 500ml cans. These are only it's like 4 for $3.29. I mean, they've gone up 29p. Which I'm
That's inflation for you, inflation.
You notice, mate? Oh, shopping's just horrendous now.
Do you know what? I'm really, really glad that I go to Tesco's and use my club card, because you get some really good deals with those guys. You really do. But with Aldi, you can't. I mean, they're starting to do points for customers and all that, but
Aldi's cheaper generally anyway. If I got everything I got in Aldi and Tesco's, it would be way more expensive.
Totally great. And Tony's fucking spot on. So have Havana Dark Rum and Coke. Oh, they're gorgeous, those drinks. I love Havana Dark Rum.
I've never been a big fan of rum, to be honest.
I never was until
rum and vodka. I had a bad experience with vodka. I used to like it, but I had a bad experience one time. I haven't touched it since.
Well, an old Hammers mate of mine, he got me onto the rums one night, and I just even though I was convinced I was going to get a sixpence at the bottom of the glass, knowing him. Salah running in.
Oh, what a save! Courtois. He had to get down quick for that.
Very, very good save. Henderson. Salah. Intercepted by Casemiro. You cannot claim handball for that. You kicked it right at him. Robertson on the left hand corner. Good save. Very, very good save there. Great attempt. Great attempt by was that Thiago then? I think. Yeah. Very good attempt from him. But again, nothing. Courtois showing his worth, and a nice little.
That was a really good save from there.
Yeah, it's a good try from Salah as well, for that matter. He's
a big guy, to get down that quick.
He's what, 6'5", 6'6", something stupid like that. Maybe a little bit taller than that, I think. But Alisson now to Van Dijk to Thiago. Oh, sorry, Fabinho, I should say. Now Thiago.
Yeah, you're right.
Is that your headset beeping?
No, I don't think so.
I get some weird beeping going on for some random reason.
No.
It might have something to do with the fact I've been syncing my bloody iPod all day.
I do have a mute button that I press every now and again. I don't think that's causing you issues.
That.
What is it? Oh, that's me. I do. No one's ever commented on that before.
It's like a hook, mate. It's like a hook. But yeah. Well, okay, we're back to it. So it's ball floating around. Mendy down to Alaba, I think that is. By the looks of things, looks like Real Madrid have gone with the back three now for some reason, rather than the back four that they started out with.
Liverpool, because Liverpool are just more intense on them. Oh, that was unlucky. That's a great pass if you manage to get on the end of it.
And now Robertson.
They've got to.
I think he's a great player.
Yeah.
Robertson's again a very, very underrated player. I really don't see enough people talking about him. I think he's very,
but it's a thing in left backs and right backs. They're never going to get any glory, are they?
No. True.
Unless they're English.
And they help keep clean sheets. They really do help keeping the clean sheets. Firmino to Thiago. Henderson. Sane, good passing. But yeah, Mendy's given him absolutely nowhere to go whatsoever. Great shutdown by the pair of those two. Militao and Mendy really did well together.
Come on, Madrid.
Henderson.
Step up a bit.
Mane.
God.
Salah.
No.
Oh, Alexander-Arnold blast that 4 or 5 yards over the crossbar. Such space. He didn't read to. He must be frustrated. He's done that a few times this season. He really has done that a few times. Just seeing the retake of the first Salah attempt.
Liverpool turn it screw in the past 5 minutes.
Yeah, really have been. I mean, as it stands at the minute, it's been 61% possession of Liverpool. Not that makes much of a difference, but they're the only ones that have had any shots or any on target for that matter. So kind of the way it was expected to be from one point of view. But like we said earlier, mate, nothing's a given on this because Real Madrid are the comeback kings this tournament, aren't they? 100%. And Tony makes a very, very good point here. Thanks, buddy. Real trying to counter-attack Liverpool. That's why they've gone 3 at the back, expecting to beat them for pace. Agreed, mate. And good evening, Mr. Watling.
Aloha.
Yes, hello.
How you diddling?
Hello. I'm diddling well. How are you diddling?
I'm trying to crash our party.
I just want to make sure I'm at the right minute because I'm watching it on the tube of you. So I'm just coming up to yeah, same here. Yeah. It's pretty much where my fashion sense comes from as well.
If you'd
oh my god,
that was close.
What a save!
Jesus, that was close. Language.
You can get away saying Jesus.
From it, come straight in and.
Oh no, it's not a save. He just hits the post straight up.
He they saved it.
Oh, he does.
He did save it. Yeah. Jesus. He does very well not to back it into his own goal.
He's Stretch Armstrong, that kid, isn't he? He really is.
To answer the question of what I'm drinking, Russ, I've got the Ukraine charity beer.
Oh, look at you.
Yeah, picked it up from Asda. It's
Linda's
all right.
saying hello, mate.
Hello, Linda.
As is Tony.
Hello, Tony.
Oh, it's all kicking off now.
How much was that beer then?
A 10-pack was 10 quid, but I think
That's
almost
all
of it. Yeah, it's an okay beer. It's not. I wouldn't go out of my way to buy it, but it doesn't taste bad. I bought it for the purpose. No, it's not. It's better than most beers in the supermarket. For a supermarket beer, it's all right. I wouldn't go out of my way to order it if it wasn't for charity, though.
What?
Give me a Madry any day.
Your heart's in the right place, Dan.
Okay, guys. So as we're coming up to halfway through the first half, what are your thoughts on this game so far? Russ, start with you.
I haven't been watching.
All right, Dennis, start with you.
I mean, I've missed the last few minutes, finishing up my dinner.
Come back to me.
Yeah, but what I've seen, it definitely looks like Liverpool are in the ascendancy, and Courtois had to keep a minute from that save. Was it a point-blank save from Salah he did earlier?
Pretty much,
I caught a replay. But I think, again, this sort of plays into Madrid because when you got Benzema with the 4 he's been in this season, all it takes is one shot.
Diaz on the charge. Oh, got blocked. And now
very good block.
And now Real Madrid.
And take notes, Mohamed Salah. He's not demanding a penalty there.
No. Well, he wouldn't have been. He wasn't in the box. But
but he's not demanding a penalty.
I know what you mean. Yeah, it wouldn't.
I've already had that Liverpool fan. I can't wait for his meltdown if they lose. Like every time they lose, he has a meltdown. It's everyone's fault. except Liverpool's. There's a massive global conspiracy. You can't blame Ramos this time, though.
No,
So
agreed. So guys watching live, all 32 of you, thank you very much for sticking around with us. Put in the live chat what you think, how you think the first half has gone.
Where's the 200 people gone?
Because they didn't realise we weren't streaming it, mate. That's why.
Yeah, that's what it is. We had that on when we did the
42
West
now.
Ham watch-alongs. We'd have people be like, "Show the game," and it's like, "We can't.
No.
We'll get taken down in like 2 minutes."
Yeah, it's definitely been all Liverpool.
Always get it. But yeah, I think when this stream's over, I think Bill's going to cream himself when he sees the numbers because it's going to be massive.
He's creaming himself tonight anyway, but
if he pays his cards right.
Well, he's gone west, so what can we
have to pay for it?
Much more than that.
Right, so Courtois got the ball with a long ball just outside the D.
Has he gone on a fancy dress tonight, or is it just a bog standard?
I've no idea, mate. I know he went go-karting. That's about it.
Oh yeah, you like a bit go-karting, you lot, didn't you?
He got the go-karting bug at my 30th. That's what it is. He's caught it now.
It's great fun. It really is great fun. I
We
used to
went
do it a lot when I was younger. Really good fun.
Yeah, we did it. My stag doing our FIFA. It's quite good.
It was great, Russ, because like when we went, there's one guy, my mate, who's not really used to go-karting, and he didn't like the fact that he bumped into a few people, and he complained like he was going really slow around the corners. I was like, if you try and cut in on me, I did an Ayrton Senna. I was like, I went for the gap. If the gap doesn't exist, you're not racing. And then at the end, we changed the group chat to we went car racing, Toto, because it was that sort of moment where we had to explain to him that, like, mate, like we're actually racing. This isn't like it's not just a jolly of just, oh yeah, we're just gonna play scale electrics, but with real people. Like you're gonna get overtaken. You're gonna get people barge into you.
So it's definitely all possession with Real Madrid at the minute. Vinicius on the ball, just left-hand side.
They're controlling the game a little bit. Like, dare I say it, but Modric looks like he's trying to dictate the tempo a little bit.
Yeah,
he's trying. It's
what was that?
That was a very, very good run from Benzema. Great ball in from Vinicius.
I'm definitely behind you, boys.
Get any contact on that at all, and it's a great save. I think that's going wide anyway by the looks of things, but Alisson's totally right to make that save.
I'm on 25 minutes now.
Okay, yeah, mine keeps losing time for some reason. I don't know why. Because I'm now on 25 minutes. But I had the bet. Because I pulled the thing forward, but I got the Benzema thing about 5 seconds after you guys. So
yeah,
now I've got
you might want to reload it, mate, because that will sort the time out.
Yeah, I should be fine now because I've got Diaz battling with a player I don't know.
Running on the box there, but yeah. YouTube does that every now and again. It will just go and then it will just update itself. But yeah, it's a great piece of defending from Carvajal, but he shouldn't be doing that, to be fair. Shouldn't be trying to pull his boxer shorts down. I mean, how he's got away with that, I'll never know.
Shenanigans. He's trying to out Ramos. That's what it is.
Ooh, Carvajal with a bit of spice in that ball. Straight to Alexander-Arnold. Salah. Henderson. Over to Alex. Oh, trying to find Alexander-Arnold, but gets booted out. Now back to him after a bit of Allardyce header football.
That's all right. Madrid are sort of trying to formulate a counter here.
Yeah, big time.
I think I'm 1 second ahead of you. It's beautiful.
26-20 now, mate. Where are you?
26-25.
Yeah, it's weird. That's what I'm saying. It goes out.
It's weird. It's weird. YouTube football.
Yeah, it's just
long ball forward. Oh, go on.
Nice ball from Modric.
He's not giving it up. We got it. Go on.
Robertson.
Go on. Give it bloody Gordon. Give it Gordon.
Who do you hope wins, Dennis?
Real Madrid, absolutely. I'm sorry. I'm sick to death of like Liverpool fans. It just you could sum up with just have you seen Dumb and Dumber? Right? You've seen Dumb and Dumber. You know the most annoying noise in the world that he does. Imagine that. But just a lot. Yeah. But with even less intelligence. Like, that is just the noise that Liverpool fans have been making for the last 2 years. It's insufferable. Like, I used to actually not mind Liverpool at all, really, even when Jurgen Klopp first took over. I was supporting them last time Real Madrid played Liverpool. I was supporting Liverpool. I didn't mind them, but it's just their fans are just so obnoxious and entitled, and It's ridiculous. Like, it's not Liverpool, the club, that I don't like. It's the fans that I don't like.
Yeah.
Like, no fun, but like with Chelsea and Arsenal, my issue more is with the fans rather than the club. I don't really have an issue with Arsenal as a club. And rush your sound, but it's just the one thing like the Twitter mob sort of type fans I'm on about. Like,
you're right, mate. But everyone else is a cunt, basically, is what you're saying.
no, I've got plenty of mates that are Arsenal fans. I'm just saying that general that sort of and even then, I have a much less of a problem with Arsenal and Chelsea fans than I do Liverpool, Spurs.
You were that close then. Then you were that close to saying some of my best mates are Arsenal fans.
No, because some of my best mates are not Arsenal fans.
The issue is that Arsenal had it so good for so long, and now it's just like, Man United will go straight the same way. Their fans will probably
all clubs. The City supporters would be like that as well. Not the old school diehards. I mean, talking about the last 2 or 3 generations worth. They'll be like that as well. It's a real shame.
Madrid. I think no. There wasn't Van Dijk. It was who's their other centre back? Because I didn't see the lineups.
Canate.
I just wanted to make sure before I said it, purely because the picture's a bit grained. I can't make out the numbers.
That's why.
So it's like, just want to make sure I won't make a bean of myself. Yeah,
Arne, back Henderson now.
Oh god.
Fabinho back to Henderson.
Henderson passes backwards, according to my mate. That's all Declan Rice does, and he does it again. Henderson has passed backwards twice.
Well, that's what you do when you're a midfielder, mate. If you haven't got anything in front of you, you pass it sideways or backwards. Oh, nice try. Courtois got that, but it's a nice try from Henderson. But again, just massively off target.
Just not good enough, mate.
Here we go. Tony's asking, do you think either of these will score in actual time or go to penalties, seeing how they're both faltering in front of goal? Very good question.
I've got a sneaky feeling Madrid are going to shithouse it 1-0. Like how City Chelsea shithoused it last year. I think they're going to shithouse it 1-0. Benzema 1-0, like in the 77th minute. Liverpool are just going to panic and try too hard, and Madrid are just going to shut up shop. And that's not anything on Liverpool. That's taking my bias out. That's what I reckon. This game's got a 1-0 shithouse written all over it.
You're not far off, mate. Nice ball. Oh, so close.
Oh, that's such a good ball. Oh, well done, that man. Again, it's blurred a bit. I'm going to say that's Trent.
That's right. Yeah, Vinicius making the run, and it was just again perfect timing. Perfect timing from him. He's just the only thing he's not perfect is putting the balls towards the goal. He's been off target every single time.
That's a good tackle.
Salah stands on his feet, guys. Put this in your dictionary, in your calendars. Salah stands on his feet. Nice ball from Benzema.
Because his contract's up and he wants to
get that out of the way. Get out of the way. Fuck's sake, Carvajal.
Get that cat out of the way.
No, it's honestly there's like the 30-minute mark.
I had the same thing,
came up and I couldn't see what the fuck was going on. I
had the same thing.
It's just as would Russell would as well, but it's just like that's why my big criticism of directors of live broadcasters, they never get things right when it comes to this. It's so simple.
Broadcasters in general, like the F1 qualifying today, they missed everything. You had to watch everything via replay.
Tony's saying, Dennis, it's the blurry player next to the fuzzy player who kicked the ball. Blocked the ball.
I mean, I'm not going to lie. That is not far. Like, my picture is 99% of the time fine. It just, like, in 2 key moments, it's suddenly the quality's dropped for that split second.
Yeah, it's the instability of your internet, mate. That's the thing of it. But yeah, I know what you mean. Now, see, Modric is trying too hard, I think. I really think he is. It really is. But I mean, it's a great run from him just coming up to the centre line.
Yeah.
And now Carvajal's on the ball.
Oh, for God's sake.
Nice ball.
Oh, that's a terrible pass.
That is
good tackle on good little tackle on Salah there. Benzema's sprinting. I rarely see this boy sprint. Oh my God. No, Van Dijk's going to sweep up. Okay. Benzema nearly played in Vinicius or whatever. What is his actual name? I keep getting it
Vinicius Junior.
Vinicius Junior. Okay, because I was calling him Invictus once. I was just his name is just one that I just struggle with. Yeah, but Van Dijk swept up really well. Really, really well.
Yeah, you can see why his reputation is what it is as it is, isn't it? You can see it.
Good tackle. Look at
very
that.
Good tackle there.
Yeah, Premier League, that'd be a yellow card.
Premier League, Liverpool will probably have about 2 penalties by now.
More than likely.
Someone else been sent off.
No, that's Europa League.
Tony's saying Sane can't buy a free kick. He's getting nothing from this referee. Well, the ref's doing well, to be fair. He's not really. I can't say we're not sitting here saying that should have been a free kick. That should. Do you know what I mean? He's just.
He's letting the game go a little bit, which is again
what it should be.
all we were really asking for in the semi-final second leg, but we didn't get it. As I said, the great irony to say to my mates is I think the one thing the ref got right in our semi-final second leg was the red card. And even then he didn't get it right. VAR had to tell him. But that was the only decision he really got right the entire game, because I said it was a red card.
Just for context, just for context, after the game as well, Rice was having a go at the ref, saying it's just like all the time, all through the game, it looks like he said, "Were you paid?" He literally goes,
it was also the Frankfurt players like surrounding the ref, going card, and stuff like that. It was like something you'd expect from like a South American team in like this.
Which goes back to what me and Russ were talking about earlier about strengths of referees. Just pushing out the whole time in that instance. Well, nice run from Son.
Kanate doing well there.
Can I say that? Yeah, very nice run from him over to Salah. Salah puts the ball in. Oh, great header from Alexander-Arnold. Straight at Courtois though, but great.
No. Arnold put the ball in. It was Salah with the header.
Other way round. Sorry, other way round.
I'm not. They do have from behind. They do have incredibly similar hair.
Yeah.
So it's like I get why the mix-up happened there.
Yeah, but no, that's again between the two. Beautiful run timing between the two.
Oh, what is that?
That's porn. I'm sorry, but that ball from Vinicius to Mendy was porn. That is just perfect. Absolutely inch perfect. That's what we've got now. We haven't
even had a single attempt yet.
Doesn't surprise
Real Madrid haven't. No, it's been all Liverpool. 7 shots on 4 on target from Liverpool, and Real have had nothing. Genuinely nothing. That's why I was saying that save that Alisson made was the right call, because it was going wide. But yeah, so it's nice little move. I mean, to be honest with you guys, that last half hour has gone pretty quick. The football's been good.
Yeah, it's not been boring by any stretch.
No, everything but a goal, isn't it? This again, which again has been Real Madrid's mantra this entire bloody tournament. It's just every single time they've played fantastically, but not been able to win. But you're absolutely right, Dennis. He's got a very good shithouse coming in here. Great block from Henderson to get it out for a corner for Real Madrid. Very good block from it.
See, I didn't think much of Vinicius before I started watching him with you guys. He's class.
I remember hearing loads about him when he first signed, and then it was like during lockdown, I was like, oh yeah, he exists. Oh, hang on.
He's having a bit of a tumble.
Never.
Mate, you watch the replay. He's rugby tackled. They should show the replay if they've got any integrity. And you just bloody watch. Look, come on.
What of Diaz there? Yeah, yeah. I'm a little bit behind. I was saying no to someone else. Sorry.
But no, it's a pile driver.
What is that? Are we talking about the Diaz free kick there?
Yeah.
I was thinking more. Well, that was like a half Nelson slam, like something Test would
pretty
do.
much.
Test.
I mean, at the end of the day, Carvajal actually mounts him and then drops him to the floor.
I've got a quite amusing, but it's on a sad subject about Test story for you, Russ. Very, very quickly. So, my mate at uni we were talking about old wrestlers from this uni era, when we're.
No, nothing doing. Continue, Ben.
When we were procrastinating on an assignment, and he wanted to find out what people were getting up to, and he looked up Test. He didn't realize Test had died, and he had to have a minute because Test died.
Really?
And I was like, oh no, it's sad hearing anyone die. But it's kind of just and he turned out he was like, oh yeah, Test was one of my favorites, and I was like, really, Test, the guy that just was a Kevin Nash ripoff that kicked people. He was like, he had to sit there and have a minute, with his fist in front of his mouth, And I was like, I'm not I was just like, oh, okay, I didn't think it would be that big a deal, but yeah. A lot of wrestlers have died, mate.
I quite liked Test. He wasn't too bad.
Yeah, I know. What I'm talking about is the fact he
the fact
he had to have
his
like a minute
reaction,
of reflection.
like that. Yeah. I was like, wrestlers, man. It's just they die all the time, don't they?
Well, not so much. Well, maybe I say that I'm not too sure,
Well-
but I was like, nowadays it's a little. Well, in a few years it'll be less infrequent because, like, you hear like they're getting more and more checkups. Like, Triple
Right,
H
Benzema
discovered his
coming
heart
in the box
problem.
by the looks of it. Is he going to? No,
Yeah.
okay. Getting on Real Madrid on the no. I was going to say about the. They could have.
Oh,
easily-
Jesus,
easily-
yeah.
No.
No.
Here we go.
Yeah. Victor's
Diaz
got it.
with a run, great movement from him, running right down the left-hand side over the halfway line, keeping the ball still, but two against one's only one argument. But at the same point, back to Courtois from Carvajal, and he's taking a little bit longer than he should be. That's one thing I don't like about attacking players is when the ball's in play and it's at the goalkeeper's feet, you can still run for it. The ball's in play.
That's how Eddie Nketiah scored a few goals recently.
Yeah. You know that famous goal that Gareth Bale scored at Spurs when the ball was in play. He took the initiative and actually scored it because the goalkeeper was pissing about. Not many people do that nowadays.
Was that? I think one of the really famous ones is Robbie Keane on Nico Vassian, or I think it was Vassian at Birmingham. It might have been Ian Bennett.
I think it was.
Yeah, that was a famous one. Where he rolled it out and just Robbie Keane was there.
Yeah.
On their Shea Given with Dion Dublin, who just
I remember that
whacked.
one. Yeah,
he didn't even need to run; he just kicked the ball in the goal.
Something's happening. No, okay. Yeah, it could have been then.
Shea Given, God, he was a great goalkeeper, wasn't
I
he?
remember
brilliant.
when he signed for City, people were like, "Okay, they don't like the money going into it, but at least Given will have a chance to win trophies now." And then Joe Hart happened.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like Given didn't win any trophies. He didn't even get an FA Cup medal.
And where are they now?
No, but I'm just saying, like Shea Given, you think about it, he went to City to win a trophy, didn't even get a medal because he didn't play a single FA Cup game when they won the FA Cup, and left them before they won the Premier League. And it was like, that's a shame. If you just stuck around as first choice for one more season, you'd at least have an FA Cup winners medal.
He was one of the reasons why Newcastle were just unbelievable those seasons. They were so good.
It was also staved off relegation for a little bit, I think.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, it was just
there was the season he left, like that spring or autumn. They played Liverpool when Liverpool were challenged for title, and it was like they lost 5-0, but they reckon it could have been 12 if it wasn't for Given. He just made some ridiculous saves first half.
Henderson.
Really glad he missed that. Like, because then I'm just never going to hear the end of it. Henderson's better than Rice. Henderson's 20 times the player of Rice.
Wasn't he at Villa as well? Wasn't he?
Yeah, he left for Villa.
Yeah, he did. Yeah,
he went to Villa and then got replaced by Brad Guzan, and I think he ended up playing for bloody Borough.
That sounds about right, actually, mate.
He ended up on loan at Borough, which was really weird.
Okay, so as we're coming towards the end of the first half, because we'll just come up to the 41st minute, what do you reckon for extra time, guys? If there is any.
Yeah, I'm still going to go with my 1-0 shit out.
I reckon Madrid will win it in normal time.
No, but I'm asking about it because we're injury time. Do you reckon?
Sorry. I don't really think so. I don't think there haven't really been any stoppages. I think you might get
not really.
The standard.
I'd say a minute if at max.
They get the standard minute. Because if they call it just on the 45-minute, Klopp will be having to go at him after and goes, we should have had extra time because we could have scored 2 goals.
Yeah.
It is not fair. Yeah.
Well, Tony has anticipated the question, saying he reckons 2 minutes.
Well, it could be that, because the YouTube channel might be, it won't be behind that much. I say because it's behind like 30 seconds, maybe he knows, but it won't be. No. Like they're on the 40 seconds.
If anybody, Russ would have done because Russ has timed it so we're at the same point.
Yeah, I'm not a real time, unfortunately.
Yeah. You're not even real, man.
It's not real time either.
You've been waiting for that.
Yeah. So what we got? So we got Alaba playing over to
either we're behind a little bit and someone scored, or my housemate's doing well at FIFA because I heard a lot of shouting upstairs.
Yeah. No, it's Benzema. Benzema.
Oh,
Fluffs
what?
it. Absolutely fluffs it.
No.
Benzema.
Oh,
Benzema!
yes!
Yes, that's what I heard.
Yes! Oh, it's offside.
No,
Yeah.
don't rule it off for offside.
Jeez, no.
How can it be? How can it be offside? He was behind the two defenders. What have I missed? What?
He's
What's
offside
happened
for the
here?
first phase. That second phase is
Okay.
he's on. He's on. He's on. He's on. It's close, but he's on.
I reckon. Please go to VAR because, like,
Unless you're going to play that stupid 2-player rule, including the goalkeeper. But
even then, I think
he's
got to go
offside.
to VAR.
He's offside.
To be onside.
Guys! He's offside for the run, but he's on at first phase. But he's onside for second phase. I think
That's
they're
got to
playing
be
it
a
on the
goal,
first phase.
isn't it? That's got to be a goal. That's hard to get. That's hard, but that's
what I'm saying.
Goal.
He's offside for the first phase of the run, but he's onside for the second part of it.
They're doing a VAR check, I think, or something's happening. Because I'm watching
That's
it
what I'm
without
saying.
sound.
This is what I'm saying about this stupid two-player rule. Because he's onside if it's just Robertson, but he's offside if it's just Van Dijk.
Well, I think they're pausing on this thing where they kick the ball. Are they also asking whether it's a penalty to Real Madrid? Because I haven't got sound on. I've turned the sound off so I can hear you guys.
I can't hear it, to be honest with you.
That's all right.
They've got to check a VAR.
We'll find out. They're doing a goal check.
As I say, because the commentator's saying the initial is roughly about the initial ball, and that's what I'm talking about. It was offside for the first phase of it in that run, but he's onside for the second. But if you're playing that stupid 2-player rule that randomly came in this season, then it is offside because he's behind Robertson, but his leg is trailing behind Van Dijk.
Yeah, so basically, if a deflection doesn't count as a pass, basically.
Yeah, because you can see there from the replay just then that he's offside for the run, but you see when he puts his leg down, Van Dijk's in front as the play goes in, and that's why I'm guessing.
But if the Liverpool players touch that ball in that tackle there, then it's a. If the Liverpool players touch it, it's a goal. If the Real Madrid player touches it, it's not a goal.
Look,
exactly.
If it doesn't benefit Liverpool, it must happen. So.
Let's have a look. Yeah, Kanate touches it.
If he has,
so he's automatically onside.
That's a goal. That's come with.
But again, as I'm saying, if you're going to use this two-player rule, he's offside because Van Dijk's in front of him, but Robertson isn't. It's in between the two. They're still talking about it now, so it's 2 minutes of added time. Tony, you were absolutely spot on, mate.
It's going to be more than 2 minutes
now. It's going to be about 9 now. Oh God, this is too long. This is absolutely too long. It's just
they can't be looking at it this long to not give it. Like you'd think.
What's up? Check over. Yeah, it's not given.
Of course.
It's not given. Verification terminated. That's what I'm saying. See, this is what I'm saying about. He's onside with Robertson, but he's offside with Van Dijk.
Stupid, man.
This is the 2-player rule I was talking about. And Tony's saying it's ruled out. It took them ages to decide, but before that was water balls up in Liverpool's defence. Comical.
That's ridiculous, man.
But I hate to say it, guys, but I called it because I knew exactly that's the excuse they were going to do. As I say,
they've added another minute on as well, guys. They've added it. They made it 3 added minutes.
So as I say, for first phase he's onside, but the second Kanate touches that ball, he's offside when the goal is about to be scored because of his leg trailing Van Dijk. So I say it baffles me where this two-player rule came into effect all of a sudden. We've never seen it before this season. Never ever seen that. Because you always had to be onside for at least one player. And that's including the goalkeeper. But anyway, so here we go. So Benzema, no, gives the ball away again. You get another beer, Russ? Did you?
No.
So yeah, it's crazy that rule. But Tony says, correct the 2-player rule. It's bonkers. It's never ever seen it before this season.
Send him off.
Vinicius was basically pole drived out, but apparently that ball's okay.
Liverpool.
Yeah, because Liverpool's angels can do no wrong.
Yeah, exactly right. Canate, very good interception by him, and that's now half time. So, guys, other than just what we've just talked about, thoughts on the first half? Dennis, with you this time?
Yeah, this has got 1-0 shithouse or penalties written all over it. And if it goes to penalties, I have to be honest, you're probably going to fancy Liverpool, considering they've won 2 shootouts. They'll be feeling invincible, you know. I still think this game's going to be won in a moment, I reckon, and that could have been the moment, you know. It could also now be the moment that it gets lost because Madrid's head could drop. But equally, you could argue from a Liverpool point of view that defenders are now going to be worried about that ball over the top. They've been caught napping once; it could happen again. So
they've been caught napping a few times, actually. To be honest, mate, they really have. With the exception of Canate and Van Dijk, you could argue that Alexander-Arnold's head's more attacking than defending, and likewise again to a degree with Robertson. Robertson's done really, really well down that left-hand side. He's dealt with everything beautifully. It's just, I don't know. It's just, you're right. It's gonna be settled by a goal. It really, really will be. I generally think it will be.
I wouldn't even say, it could be a goal. It could be a moment that is won in. Like, it's similar to sort of the football that's been played, with the exception of a famous semi-final, World Cup 2014. Almost all of those games were won or lost in one moment. Even if the scoreline ended up 2-0, there was a moment that decided the game. You know, and a lot of times it was 1-0 shithousery. Like, case in point, Argentina versus Switzerland. Jesus, like Argentina were not at the races. Switzerland's goalkeeper was having the game of his life, and then they scored a counter-attack goal with Di Maria and went through to the final, whereas they really should have lost. And again against Holland, Holland absolutely dicked them for 120 minutes, and they won on penalties. I'm not going to sit here and say this goes to penalties. I wouldn't be surprised if it goes to extra time, but I just don't see it going to penalties.
Well,
I see there being a goal.
Zuko James says, I think the game is going to get to penalties.
I see there being I see it being 1 goal personally.
And if this gets to penalties, I love that. Oh my Dios! I'm guessing that means oh my days. It's going to be a great day, great win for Madrid. If it goes to penalties and they win it, they haven't got that much bragging rights. To be fair, I mean they have, because obviously with but if it does go that long way of distance, again it just shows the never say die attitude from Liverpool. But having said that, if Russ was with us, he'd be able to agree. We said that about Man City.
Well, the thing I'd say is, if Liverpool win this on penalties, it's like they've won 3 trophies without winning the final. I mean,
exactly.
Come on. Wow. not even a dig on Liverpool. It's just like, how was that? But they've won a triple and they haven't won any finals. That's going to be like a pub quiz thing in like 50 years' time, isn't it?
Exactly. And Russ, perfectly timed there, mate, because what we were saying about the never say die attitude that we're seeing from Liverpool, but we said that about Man City in the last few games, didn't we? And
the thing is with Real Madrid, you just don't know, do you? I mean, it just takes them a couple of seconds and they'll score 2 goals. So but I think Liverpool have been a better team, but Real Madrid did start playing sort of for the past sort of last 10 minutes of the first half. But yeah, apart from that, it was all Liverpool really.
Yeah, totally agree, mate. Totally agree. Stefano is saying it would be tight the whole game, very possibly, very, very possibly. But yeah, no. So yeah, it's not been super. It's I've seen some people, and I'm not going to say who because I'm not that sort of person, but I've seen some people say, not going to watch it. It's Liverpool. It's going to be boring, like it was 4 years ago. It really gets my back up when I see people say stuff like that, because you've got to embrace what's happened since over those last 4 years. You know, football is never the same season after season. Finals are never the same season after season. As the old cliche goes, it's a one-off game. But okay, this isn't the last time that. This isn't the first time, I should say, bar 4 years ago, hasn't been the first time that Liverpool and Real Madrid have played each other at a European final. So you just can't prejudge things. It does my head in. It really does my head in when people have that sort of attitude. This is long time football supporters as well, for that matter. But anyway.
There's one great tweet I saw. I can't remember who. I think it was Legal Claret put it up. It was brilliant. It was like, Liverpool fans that are not from Liverpool fans might as well just support who wins tonight.
I saw that actually, because I saw your reply to it. Yeah,
no, I replied with my mate who's a Liverpool fan from Watford, and like his reasons for supporting Liverpool and his justification of like, okay, unlike some people down there that support like United, I'm like, I get it, and that he goes, look, like him, similar to me. His dad wouldn't let him support Watford. My dad was the same. My dad would not let me support Watford because they'll only let you down, is what he said. They'll only let you down. So of course he lets you.
You chose West Ham instead, and
yeah. So that was the sort of thing of like, this was like the Redknapp years. It was like, okay, they're doing okay. Yeah, that's fine. He really wanted me to be a United fan, and his dad didn't bother. He was more just don't support Watford, son. And when he was growing up, this is my mate John. Like Michael Owen was like his favorite player. Like he was scoring all the goals. It was like, I think it was the 2001 FA Cup final. He watched it, and ever since then he was hooked on Liverpool. And he had, to be fair, unlike a lot of people, he has been as passionate about them under like the Hodgson years when they were terrible. That Hodgson season they were terrible, as he is now. So he's a little deluded when it comes to their ability to win everything. But he's not arrogant like a lot of my other Liverpool supporting mates. But very few of them are actually from Liverpool, which is hilarious. So United fans get a lot of crap for, being no United fans in Manchester. It's the same with a lot of big teams. I'm sorry. It's exactly the same with Liverpool. I'll shut up now.
And it goes back to what you were saying earlier about, supporters of fan bases being entitled after a good few seasons of good football, which, to be fair, I'm starting to see a lot of West Ham supporters being exactly the same.
I'm starting to see some West Ham fans describing this season as a disappointment. You can be disappointed with not getting what you wanted, yes, but you can't say this season's a disappointment when you look back at, with the exception of last season, with the exceptions of last season at Le Bolon, and the first season we went up under Pardew, we've never been competitive. Let's be fair. It was the
first time we got to European final.
Yeah.
For 46 years, and people aren't happy.
Well, it shows the development the club has come under, Dennis. Yeah, but you still don't need to be an entitled shit about it.
Well, this is the thing, Dan. This is what I was saying. That's why I sent that screenshot of that conversation I had with one of a so-called supporter.
Let's just agree to disagree. No, because your opinion is absolutely trash.
It's just and that's why, because I put Russ, because the bloke, there was a bloke on the Knees Up Mother Brown Facebook page. Knees Up Mother Brown's a big West Ham community website, and this bloke was saying, yes, all right, we were fighting relegation 2 seasons ago, but we've got to stop referring back to that. And I said, well, no, you've got to remember where you've come from. Yeah, because the whole point of the journey is knowing what you've learned on along the route. And he went, and I said, the first European final for 46 years. We did well in the FA Cup. We did well in the League Cup. For West Ham, we did well in very well domestically. It's like, and then as Dennis just said, the guy went, let's agree to disagree. I was like, mate, no. It's just like, you're saying that because you have not, again, like we're talking about the differences between, which was the better goal, the Zidane or the Bale goal.
Yeah.
football supporters have got unbelievably short memories.
They do, yeah.
It's like, how can you not remember that we were down in the Championship 11 years ago, rather than just say, well, we can't be harking back to the fact that we were fighting relegation 2 seasons ago. Oh, it just does my head in. Really, really does. Stefano's saying, honestly, he thinks honestly Liverpool will win. Mate, totally see your point of view. It's going to be very, very close. From a stats point of view, yeah, of course, it's going to be Liverpool because they've had the better chances. But as we've watched, as Dennis, as we were talking about as well, just as he clocks his ears back in,
hello,
is we've seen Real Madrid be 3-2 down against Man City and absolutely come back and smash them. We've seen Real Madrid be down to PSG 1-0 in the first leg of that quarter final and come back and absolutely smash them. Bearing in mind PSG were 2-0 up in that second leg and came back and absolutely obliterated them.
Oh yes.
So you can never ever rule out Real Madrid. So this is one of the reasons why a lot of people are calling them the underdog in the comparison, because you just can't rule them out at all.
It's also going back to my comment earlier about lack of household names, in that a lot of people will look at this. You can call them FIFA players or whatever. They go, oh, Liverpool's got this. They got Klopp. Oh, they won these trophies. They're all the stats of they're the best runners up of all time in the Premier League. Look at Real Madrid. They've won the Liga with off the ball Atletico and a poor Barcelona. It's like, yeah, but look at what they've done in the Champions League. It's literally like the cat has been amongst the pigeons pretty much with Benzema.
Yep.
Like absolutely turning up and ruining people's fairy tale, such as the fairy tale of it being a City Liverpool final. Yeah, pretty much.
And this is the annoying thing about it, is the fact that as I'm saying, as I said a few minutes ago, you cannot prejudge on the history. You can only understand that this is going to happen. And like you said, Dennis, it's going to be shithousery from Real Madrid. 100%, especially now. 0-0 at half-time against Liverpool. Real Madrid have defended very, very well in this game, but there's weaknesses. And Russ, when you were away, me and Dennis were talking about the balls over from Real Madrid for Liverpool's point of view as well. So that matters. There's going to be goals this second half. I guarantee it. Absolutely guarantee it. People that aren't watching the game will look at the BBC or Sky Sports, whatever, and go 0-0 at half time. Must be boring. I'm not going to watch it.
It's been tense. I wouldn't say it's been thrills and excitement, but some of the best games I've ever seen have been goalless draws. Some of them.
Yeah.
There was a great one going to go back, and I don't think any of them watching, but like my mate John are referencing, Liverpool versus Arsenal 0-0, beginning of the 15-16 season, was one of the best games of football I've ever seen.
Okay, just for balance, Russ, what was your opinion of that game?
Rubbish.
It was rubbish. I remember like so many chances, like how it stayed 0-0, we don't know.
Do you remember
that?
There
were so many chances in that game.
Do you remember the Arsenal Manchester United FA Cup final when they went to penalties?
Oh no, that's one of the worst games of football I've ever seen in my fucking life. And you honestly, like Mark Lawrence said it best. United were absolutely mugged that day. Like,
yeah, we should never have won that game.
It was worse than the Juve Milan game, because at least on occasion Shevchenko would have a half chance that day. I think you had one shot that was a Van Persie free kick in the first half, and like that was it. And Roy Carroll comfortably saved it.
He used to be our goalkeeper, wasn't he? Roy Carroll.
Yeah, to be fair, in his first season with us, he was really good. Second season, he had a load of off-the-field problems, as well as his back injury. He was never the same after the back injury he had with us. But he was really, really good for us in his first season. Just had a back injury about November time, and he was out for the season. And so we had, an ancient Shaka Hislop in goal that if the shot was at... Shaka Hislop, the thing with Shaka Hislop in his second run with us, if the shot was at him, he was saving it. But if he had to dive, nah, not happening, mate. That's why my argument is...
Remember, for a goalkeeper, he wasn't all that tall. It was quite a stunted little bloke. I love him. He's a brilliant bloke. He was fantastic for us.
Well, it was the same with Walker. People used to say the Walker's too small as a keeper because I think Walker's like 5'10". But I am of the belief that I would like to see Jimmy Walker try and save that Gerrard shot because I think he might have done it. That's
no
the
one's
type of
doing
save.
No one, absolutely no one's doing
no, but
that.
that's the type but he would pull off that type of save, whereas his stop was never getting to that in a month for Sundays. His stop just went down on his knees. It was like the only thing, I think actually no, it was worse. Like, he was worse than probably a debate for some chat, some garage football chat with Bill West. We go over stuff over 20 years of like his stop was worse than past at Jaskalainen, who was a total liability in his second season with us. We were just I think Norwich away, we went 1-0 up, we were comfortable, and he just dived under 3 shots.
That is true. That is true. No,
I remember it was the free kick where he just fell over backwards. I loved Yuzi in his first season for us. He was class, but second season, he had a good opening 4 games, and then he was just done after that.
Yeah, and it's it's like what Russell know what I'm talking about. It's like what George Graham always used to say. This has stuck with me my entire life. George Graham always said that a goalkeeper is only as good as his defence. It's absolutely right. You look at Joe Hart, fucking shocking player, unbelievably shocking, but look brilliant for City and for England because he had a brilliant defence in front of him.
I think there's also an element of, I think he was even worse for us and Torino because his confidence shot. But by the time he ended up at Burnley, he actually started playing all right, in my opinion. Still nowhere near the level he was at, but he had a good little run at Burnley, in my opinion.
He had fuck all at Spurs, didn't he? He was their number 2 for about
number 3.
I know he was number 3. Yeah, he was there for a season, wasn't he? Yeah, just there for a season.
So
what do you reckon, then? What do you reckon the tactics are going to be from Klopp or Ancelotti? Do you reckon any changes?
I don't know. I'll be honest with you. I don't know Real Madrid well enough to sort of know what to predict. I'm just going to say it. I won't be surprised to see a certain winger start throwing himself to the floor, going down easier than Paris Hilton as the game goes on. I don't be surprised if a certain winger, a certain Egyptian king, starts falling down. And I'm not referencing the great Michael Douglas film from the 90s.
Cracking movie that is.
I actually have a tie very, very similar to that one. So I have legitimately gone to a Halloween party as defense, and a few people got it, and I loved it.
There you go. Second half's kicked off now. To be honest with you, mate, I saw a meme go around the other week, and I've got to agree with it. The older I'm getting, the more I sympathise with falling down. I really do. Honestly,
like it's the moment where he's like, "Hang on, I'm the bad guy," and it's a very big social commentary because like one thing I know we shouldn't really be talking during the game, but it's like the bit where there's a black guy dressed exactly like him. Protesting that he was denied a bank loan.
I remember
he gets arrested instead of him. It's a big social. That film was a huge social commentary. Hello, Bill. He's gone west. He's in Newquay.
Can't believe that the goal didn't stand. Bill, have a look at the figures of the viewers, mate. I think you're going to be relative.
Bill,
I think you'll have a semi.
Not quite the I think we had on West Ham where I think we had 8,500 for one game, but that was during lockdown when this stuff was ridiculously popular. But yeah, it was pretty good, mate.
Right. Okay.
How many we got on the minute, JP?
My YouTube's just stumbled, so I've just reset it.
I think we got 27 from what I can see.
23 at the minute.
But still not bad going. Not bad.
No, mate, we had we had close to 300 before the game kicked off because people were coming in thinking we were streaming it.
It's when it was delayed and people last minute were like, right, it's going to start soon. What's going on?
Bill says, great show, gents. Thanks for everyone tuning in. Cheers, Bill. Much appreciated, mate. And as you can see, Russ is still doing his disappearing act. Look.
Bill's doing it. Bill's been recreating Point Break down on the beaches, isn't he, with a surfboard? That's what it is. I am an FBI agent. People are dead, Bodie. People are dead. They're
It's a cracking
dying.
film. To be fair, it is a very, very good film.
My mate used to. You might not know who these people are, JP, but I know you like me. You just know old wrestlers. But my mate used to do an impression where he did Bodhi and Keanu Reeves' character as Dusty Rhodes and Terry Funk. It was absolutely amazing. My mate used to do the absolute perfect Dusty Rhodes impression.
Well, I hope he does, Bill, because that would just be too funny. That really would be too funny. But yeah, no, it's yeah. I mean, just
yeah. So you go on. No, you go on.
No, I was just saying, just going back to what we were talking about just before the game kicked off, mate. I genuinely think both managers would have said to the players at half time, "You've got this. You can easily score." I think Ancelotti would be saying just attack a little bit more, but I think either of the two would have said just attack.
I actually think it wouldn't surprise me. Again, I'm not going to sit there and know the insight of the tactics of Liverpool. I don't watch them that often. I just end up just reading their bile on Twitter. But based on what I've seen in the opening 3 minutes, I wouldn't be surprised if Klopp just goes, "The goal will come. You don't have to exhaust yourself."
Whoa!
Also, okay,
close.
You must have jumped ahead of me. Yeah, you have, because Courtois has got the ball at the minute for me. But it wouldn't surprise, because obviously, like, Liverpool are attacking, but it's not. They're not going gun ho. They're sitting back a little bit.
Yeah, but having said that, though, they're still trying to close Real Madrid down. I mean, Alexander-Arnold just genuinely just rustled.
Yeah, I've just seen
great movement on that for who was that? Casemiro. Yeah, I thought it was. And yeah, this ref's absolutely right. It's like, come on, it was there. You did it. I mean, there's strength and there's bully. I mean, but yeah. So Russ, would you agree, mate, that the manager would have gone, the game's there for the taking, but Ancelotti would have just said, just attack a little bit more than you've currently been doing?
Well, I don't know. Ancelotti might have just said, just take your time, the goal will come. And then Klopp might have just said, just go for him.
I've said the other way around. I've said that Klopp has probably gone, because Liverpool, like, they're still pressing forward, but they're not running at them like they normally do. And Madrid have been the ones sort of more attacking in the opening 4 or 5 minutes. So again, I wouldn't be surprised if Klopp's just gone, still attack them, but don't wear yourself out, basically.
You see, that's what Real Madrid are very good at. They're very good at winding teams down, and that's when they hit them. They did that with PSG, and they did that with Man City. Like, absolutely, not that you can wind Man City down in any shape or form, but they just exploited the spaces. That's all you need to do. Yeah. Okay. So we got Mane. Yep. Now there was a little Carvajal, and yeah, just gone out for a Real Madrid throw-in. Come on, director, swap it over. We want to see what's actually going on. Thank you.
No, I want to find out their passing accuracy.
I'll have a look, because there's a very, very good website that might be able to confirm.
Oh no, that's the stat they were showing. They were showing the passing accuracy. I'm like, that's what we care about. The passing accuracy.
Well, they've got to put something up when there's a bit of a break in play like that, wasn't it? And again, that's what I hate about directors of live football, is they will focus on a player for way longer than they need to, and it really, like, for example, Dan, you would have seen it as well. For example, some of our games where you're looking at Moyes for 20 seconds. It's like, we don't want to watch Moyes. We're not here to watch Moyes. We want to watch the fucking football.
Indeed, and it's like they bring back player cam, innit? So
yeah, which is a great idea, but just
in the world.
Oh, Salah with a good ball up. Oh, good save from Courtois.
You should put player cam on the goalkeeper.
Well, we can do that next season with Ben Foster. There was GoPro in the goal again.
Well, it's like,
can't do that in the Premier League, but you're allowed to do it in the Championship.
Well, I don't know. It depends who he signs for, because he's been released by Watford.
True. Good point.
Has he?
Couldn't. Yeah.
He's on massive wages.
He was also extremely critical of their ownership when he let.
Oh, no, it wasn't just that, mate. The penultimate game of the season, He was just like, these players have got to care. He literally said
no,
it
I
on
mean,
Match Day.
But it's like there's no, he wasn't getting a contract because he's been very, like, over the last couple of months, he's been very, very critical of the ownership.
Yeah, he's been critical of every single stage of it, and he's absolutely right.
Because they money, do they? So,
well, it's not just that. It was just players who clearly didn't give a shit. Owners that didn't give a shit. I mean, just thinking that swapping your manager 17 times a season is going to keep you up. You know, and it's just no. He's that's what I love about Foster. He's just 100% honest the entire time, and that's why he's not had the right. I mean, okay, he wasn't Man United quality in any shape or form.
If he hadn't done his knee injury, I think he would have been, personally. His knee injury set him back a good couple of years.
Oh,
in 07, 08. When Van der Sar was on the wind down.
Yeah.
I reckon by 2011, Foster,
Liverpool on the attack here.
Oh, fucking
Mane straight at him. Ball to Alexander-Arnold. Again, same problem. I don't know if it's the camera angle, but it looked like Alexander-Arnold was holding his plums there. It really looked like he was trying to grab him. So, yeah, so Liverpool still in possession, I should say. I was about to say on the counter-attack, but they're just passing it around like Real Madrid aren't even there at the minute. It's absolutely bloody bonkers. Thiago. Ball over to Alexander-Arnold on the right-hand side. Henderson. Alexander-Arnold. Ball in. And good save from Courtois, to be honest. And Diaz was trying to go for it, but can't. And is that going out? Yeah, it's going out for a goal kick.
And breathe.
Yeah, pretty much. It's just inches away there. Inches away. And the Superman save for the cameras, as Russ likes to call it.
It was.
The king of Liverpool have got the king of the camera saves on the bench anyway, Adrian. Well, no, is he on the bench for them?
He's not on the bench, mate. No.
No, is it that Kelleher? I like Kelleher, by the way. I think he costs way too much more than worth it. He'll be a good. He'd possibly be a good option for us long term if we can prize him from Liverpool.
Oh yeah,
come on.
I mean, Vinicius is making a bit of a mill of that, but that is no, it's not Vinicius, is it? That's
no. Send him off anyway.
Mendy? Is that Mendy?
It's number 3.
That's not
Militao. But yeah. See, again, that's what I'm saying. Stop crowding. It should only be the captains talking to the referee. It should only be the captains.
No. Let's have a VAR review of this at least.
Oh yeah. I mean, it's the way he goes down, but
made a meal out of it though.
Yeah, I mean, well, you got that training leg from Diaz. To be fair, there's no need for that.
Oh no. Okay, I'm saying, as much as I don't like Liverpool, like that's ridiculous.
Yeah,
like he rolled across here. Okay, it hurts a bit, but he's trying to make out he's been kicked in the face. He hasn't. He sort of rolled his thigh sort of landed on him. Like, get up.
It's just it's just the way that they fell. It's the way that they fell.
And again, this is someone that would absolutely love Liverpool, not just to lose. I would love Liverpool to lose through some screwy referee decision, just so we can witness all the conspiracy theories come out of the global conspiracy against Liverpool. But yeah, that's. I mean, I think it's a bit 6-1, half a dozen the other when it comes to the foul. They each had an armful of each other. Just play on.
Yeah. No, I agree. I agree.
Just showing Russ that my arguments about Lacazette's penalty and stuff like that. I say this when I'm not got any involvement in it. I'm like, it's not foul. Like, get up, get on with the game. Like you say, it's a head injury. Yeah, his thigh landed on him. Don't know any concussions that happen when someone's leg lands. Hulk Hogan with his leg drop, maybe.
Yeah, look at them. Like, look at the state of them. They were down for the 3 count, weren't they? So
yeah, I know.
must have done something to them. Don't think Andre got up for like 2 minutes.
You see, when you say Andre, I just hear the Giant all the time.
Yeah, that's what he means. So, yeah,
that's what I thought you were talking about. Yeah. So Fabinho with a pass over to Sane, by the looks of it. Mane, sorry, I should say Sane. Henderson over to Salah. Ball to Alexander-Arnold. Back to Salah. Fluffs it twice.
It's not a penalty. No, it's not a handball. No, go away.
Because he's kicking it right at him. He's kicking it right at him again.
So, yeah, Salah needs to learn that he needs to fall down if he's going to get a penalty.
That's not a penalty.
No, it's not a fucking handball.
Oh, shut up, you Spurs supporting tosser.
Who's you saying shut up to?
Hoddle. Oh, you can see why they're asking. He's asking for a penalty. No, you fucking can't. I hate Hoddle. Oh, it's Hoddle and McManaman and.
McManaman's horrendous.
BT have got the worst pundits going, are they really?
I like Hoddle. I do. I generally like, but he comes out with some bollocks. He really does.
Like Michael Owen, you're like, why? All right, he played for both teams. So did McManaman. But Michael Owen is the most boring.
Oh, yes! Jesus, 1-0.
Yes.
Yeah, it's going to get disallowed though, isn't it?
That's a great goal.
He'll get disallowed somehow.
Sorry, Liverpool fans.
I'm not sorry, Liverpool fans. Cry more.
Oh, you honestly, you watch the replay of this. We'll talk about it as it comes through. But what a ball up to him! Unbelievably good. Oh. Yeah, Klopp's like, right, here we go. So we got
It's offside.
Nice ball over. Who's that?
What's a ball?
Casemiro, I think that is. Great ball to him.
No, he's going to go VAR in it.
Yeah, it's going to go VAR. They're going to try and say he's offside. They're going to try and honestly, they're going to say he's offside.
There's absolutely nothing wrong with that in any shape or form.
They're going to say he's offside. As soon as I saw it, I said that should be disallowed. And I'm not saying this for any
in the way of someone's eyes.
No. Genuinely, he's like a foot ahead of the defender, so I reckon VAR might disallow this. I'm not saying this because of any Liverpool.
He's a foot ahead by the time he gets the ball, but the run itself.
Yeah, he's a little bit ahead. I think VAR will look at this. I think VAR will look.
Tony, you're absolutely right there, mate. Real opened up Liverpool there. So what we're talking about, it was 180 degrees from what we were talking about then at half time. It wasn't the ball over them; it was under them, but it's still the same thing. Because he's ahead. He's ahead by the time the contact with the ball, but when the ball's actually played, he is onside. He is onside.
Well, Madrid have had the ball in the net twice. Liverpool haven't.
Yep. And as far as the match stats are concerned, 3 shots and 2 on target for Real Madrid. So yeah, all to play for now with half an hour to go. Very tasty. What's going on now? So come on, just.
I thought it was a Real Madrid throw, but.
So Alexander with the throw in. Oh, Tyce's. Oh, go on. Oh, that's tasty.
Come on.
It gets the ball though, so. But. Yeah, Liverpool free kick taken very, very quickly. Back around to Konate. Henderson back to Alexander-Arnold. Van Dijk in the centre circle, just crossing the halfway line.
It's a shame, actually. If the game hadn't been delayed, it'd be all over by now.
It would have been, mate. Yeah, it would have been. As good as. Tony says the
that's a foul. Come on, that's a yellow card.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, it's red card, I think, in my opinion.
It's what Real are good at. Liverpool's shots have mainly been aimed at Courtois. Yeah, to a degree, mate. You're not far off it. And Stefano's not happy.
Pamela.
Well, he'd say it's his mum's name. So why is
it's probably taken from like the Google account signed in, so it makes sense. You know, he could be just on the computer that is his mum's.
Could be about 12 years old and just on the.
Or he could be doing the psycho.
Could do.
Well, it's Saturday night. Don't make those jokes, mate.
He goes by the name of Pamela on a Saturday night. I go by the name of Angela.
Yeah, because there isn't a female version of Russ, is there? I mean, Rachel maybe.
Rosalind.
Rosalind with your tights and your high heels.
Guys, look at the private chat.
Apart from Denis. Oh, he is. Okay, yeah, all right.
Well, no, he said when he watched it, he was my M10, but it looked like it was 10, but yeah.
Well, at least he got a new subscriber.
Hopefully,
he's a big fan of you, JP.
Yeah,
aren't we all?
He's trying to get attention, unfortunately, rather than. Yeah, it's all good. It's all good. I mean, where are we looking at? Let me have a look at the stats. We were 400. We've had 22 people subscribe tonight, guys. Thank you very, very much. Seriously, it was 400 when we went live, and it's 422. Bill,
get some Jägermeister in on the in anymore. Oh, what a save by!
Oh, what a save!
What
a save from the perennial diver.
Camera.
Yeah, the perennial diver had a shot.
Bill's not here, mate. We got more subscribers.
So this is what happens, you know, when you have people who know what they're talking about, you get the subscribers.
Exactly. How many more?
He's when you get people you know what they're talking about,
he's got more stag do's.
You get people that know what they're talking about. You can afford to have me on as well.
In every sense of the word. Afford.
It's Bill actually on a stag do. I didn't know that. I thought he was just going to Newquay for like a weekend away.
No, he's on a stag do. He told us down the pub. Remember?
I don't recall this. When was the last time I was at the pub with him? The semi-final first leg.
No, get you. Fair point.
Yeah, mate. We've had a lot of stuff. I've been to Vienna and Budapest since then.
Yeah, and you weren't exactly compass that night, were you, son?
What, you've been to Budapest?
Should I have been? Yeah, I went Vienna and then Budapest, and it was great. Like literally, the tag of my album for photos was my mate's quote, which is, "We can't let Dennis go to Austria. We won't get him
just
back."
for context, guys, Diaz is coming off and Jota's coming off.
Shit.
Ooh.
They're getting the big
Diaz has been good, but he's probably knackered himself out a bit. Jota's a different type of player.
Different animal.
Different animal, literally.
What'd you go for Dem for? What'd you go for?
I went on my own. Basically, I was meant to go in May 2020. I was meant to go to Copenhagen. That got cancelled. And I then, because I had 2 years to do it. And when I went to go rebook it, they gave me loads of offers. And for less money on booking, I could just go to Vienna and Budapest. And I've got a mate in Budapest, so I stayed at theirs. So I saved myself loads on hotel. And Budapest is one of the cheapest. Mate, 2 pints is like $3.40. It's ridiculous.
How much?
Like, and Vienna's beautiful. Yeah, $3.40 for 2 pints at like this Irish sports bar. I was like watching West Ham versus City. It's quite funny because my mate kept referring to Jack Grealish as the girl.
Well, Liverpool had a bit of a good attack then, but nothing really doing with it again. I hate to say it, mate, but I don't think this is Liverpool's night. I really don't think it's Liverpool's night at all.
Hopefully not.
I said 1-0 shit house written all over it.
Yeah.
How long did you go for then?
I went for 1 night in Vienna, and then I had 3 nights in Budapest, and flew back on the following Monday. So,
okay.
So yeah, did loads of stuff. I mean, if you go on my Instagram, you'll see all the photos. It's beautiful.
I don't do Instagram. I should do really.
Oh, that's a tasty challenge from Salah, then. That is a tasty challenge on who is it on Cruise? Then watch this. That's blatantly obvious. He knew exactly what he was doing.
But if that happened to him, he'd go down like he was shot.
100%. He'd be rolling over all over the bloody place.
There needs to be a UN binding resolution to get the game to go on. Jurgen Klopp would sit in the centre circle until until he was given a lifetime ban, and Liverpool get given 5 penalties. Oh, mate, it'd make William Gallas look like an adult.
Right, so Mane over to Robertson. Jota running down. Oh,
That's
for
a
God's
foul.
sake.
Come on. He's giving a fucking corner for that.
Going ever so quickly back to the point we made. All I'm saying is that Gallas, fantastic footballer, just the mentality of a child. Like,
yeah.
He
to be fair, he did have a point, but it was just like, you've made your point.
I remember when he refused to train at Chelsea and said that if he was selected, he would score an own goal. And it was like, mate, I know you want to transfer, but like, no one's going to buy you if you say that shit. And then, luckily, well, no, it was more Chelsea with Ashley Cole. You're like, all right, we'll take Gallas off you as well.
I'll tell you what,
like,
though,
yeah, have him.
Everybody, if you ask an Arsenal fan, they hate Gallas. I didn't mind him. I thought he was a good defender.
He was.
He was a very good defender, just did not have the right mentality to be a professional, in my opinion. Like, I think
he used to put the shits up me when we used to play against them, man. He put the shits up me with some of the stuff.
All I'm saying is that he had a brilliant assist for Di Canio in 2003 when he scored. If you watch that goal back, JP, his assist for Di Canio is genius, like 500 level IQ pass.
There we go, Liverpool on the top. Good save from Courtois. Perfect. Shut Salah down 100% there.
Get rid of it.
Really, really good. Courtois, I remember there was always, I can't remember, like, I always thought Courtois was a good keeper and he was brilliant for Belgium in both World Cups I saw him in.
He was brilliant for Chelsea as well when they had him. Unbelievable.
Yeah, well, that's what I mean. It was like, but when he left, I think there's a lot of rewriting of history that he wasn't actually that good.
A lot of Chelsea fans weren't too bothered, were they? They were just like,
it was like, he's all right. We're getting Kepa, and it's like, yeah, about that.
Yeah, that worked out, didn't it?
Like, yeah, I remember being like, I didn't understand why they got Kepa. I was like, he's made a couple.
He was good. I can see the reasons. I agree with you, then. I can see the reasons.
But what I'm saying is, like, you don't replace him with Courtois. Like,
no, agreed, 100%.
You also spent more money on him than you sold Courtois for. It's stupid. And even that, if you're going to get rid of Courtois,
replace him with Mendy.
Alisson was there.
Yeah.
It was the year before. I think it was the year before. It might have been the same year that Alisson went to Liverpool. And it's like, I think it was the year before, actually. Yeah, because they still had Lloris as their main keeper.
Yep.
And I was just like, just go for Alisson. Alisson's money.
Trent Alexander-Arnold absolutely fucking. I don't know what he was trying to do with the ball with that, but just seeing the Salah attempt again, a great block from Courtois. Courtois, just right place, right time, 100%. Really, really good. Why he's doing that, I don't know, but he was just fucking.
It's really funny. One of my university housemates looks a bit like Courtois. It's quite funny. So I remember the 2014 World Cup. He looked back when he was younger. Like, he had the same hairstyle and everything. I remember taking a photo of it and being like, his name's Pete. I was like, Pete, what are you doing in the World Cup for? And he replied with, just being a pro. So FIFA being a pro as a goalkeeper. Nice reference. Anyway, just we're at the level of the game where Dennis is chuntering about nothing. Come on, hold on for 20 minutes. Come on, Madrid,
you've been doing that for 40.
That's a great ball.
Oh, finishes in.
Oh, he's gone in. Oh, that's a great tackle.
The pair of them, really, really good. Canate and Fabinho together, great. Absolutely spot timing. Really was good. Now, Mane on the right.
I'm a little bit behind, but Kevin, yeah, brilliant. That was a brilliant tackle. Get up.
There you go. Dennis is back to VAR. He's the VAR check.
Well, no, I'm like a few seconds behind you, but yeah, like Nick just needs to stop being a Jesse and just get up. Like, I appreciate maybe if you're knackered, you're going to need to lay down for a minute, but it's not a foul.
Oh, look at Mitch, really just
nice little 1-2s going on
with it. Come on.
Yeah, Van Dijk, how are you getting away with that?
Yeah, that is a foul. Like, I think he acknowledges it by picking him up as well. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, one thing I would say with
even when Van Dijk picks him up, Benzema was like, "You fucking cunt!"
Yeah, one thing I'd say with Benzema, Benzema's not one. He's like a tank. He's not one to go down easy. Like a bit of Ibrahimovic in that he's not one to just go down for the sake of it.
Absolutely agreed.
Which is very rare for a number 9 in Spain. But
right, so free kick taken. Trying to find Vinicius. Great one on. Bounce straight to Alisson. Good idea, though. Really, really good idea.
Little bit of extra. If he's quick enough, he had a little bit extra pace. My word.
It's not just that. It's not just that. It's just the fact that Alisson read it perfectly. Read the bounce 100% accurately. So
it's what I'm saying. That I have the argument. Controversial argument. I think Alisson is a more important signing than Van Dijk. As important as Van Dijk was, Alisson was like, because you could have Van Dijk in there with Mignolet or Lloris. He still ain't gonna fix your defensive problems, sadly, with keepers like that were liabilities.
Yeah. Well, guys, can we get back to talking about the game, because the numbers are dropping off because we're not actually really talking about it.
Well, the minute Liverpool are looking to sort of for a base camp of to really launch an assault these last 15 minutes, and there's enough goal scoring. Like, the thing I'd say with Liverpool, as much as I know their fans, realistically, everyone on that pitch can score for them from anywhere.
Well, yeah, it's the same thing with Real Madrid as well, for that matter. That's
okay. Maybe I don't know Madrid players that well, but like, any one of these players can pop up with a goal, be it from a, it's ridiculous the amount of threat they've got.
Robertson's charging in, gives the ball away. Unfortunately, Jota trying to get it. And now Henderson's on the ball, over to Alexander-Arnold just outside the box. Nice little dink in, but easily defended. But again, Henderson's on the ball again, sweeping up as he always does. Mane, Alexander-Arnold. Oh, that was close. Jota.
All they needed was a touch.
It was 15 yards wide, but it was just like, it was a great idea. And if you control it just a little bit more, that's 1-1. That's 1-1.
Yeah, another day. That's that has the sort of shithouse element of that equaliser as well.
Yeah,
he doesn't know much about it, but it happens. Like back in
here he comes. Here he comes. The man everyone was talking about beforehand before the game. Naby Keita.
Naby Keita. I'll tell you what. I don't understand him. What does he do?
I don't know why they're bringing him on. I'll be bringing on fucking Origi.
You're bringing on a striker, wouldn't you?
I'll be bringing on Origi because Origi pops up with no, not even Firmino. Origi is that guy that just pops up and scores. He's done it time and time again for them when they need a goal, be it a league game, Europe, whatever. Like
Origi, I don't think Origi's on the bench, mate.
Oh, that's stupid. Unless he's injured.
We've got the substitutes for Liverpool, right? It's Milner, Keita, Firmino, Gomez, Oxlade-Chamberlain, Jones, Minamino, Jota, as he's already come on, Tsimikas, Matip, Kelleher, and Elliott.
Surely he's injured then, because I can't.
Must be.
I can't believe with that many subs they wouldn't have Origi on. Jesus. Because, like, again, how many times has he popped up, be it a league game or whoever, and just got them a vital goal?
So the only attacking option is basically, Russ, you called it 100%, mate. Keita and Firmino.
I'll bring on Firmino over Keita.
It looks like Firmino is actually coming on by the looks of it. Maybe both of them. We'll have to wait and see in a second. But
bring carriers off the bench.
Bring on silly bollocks as well, yeah.
Naby Keita, though, I've never understood what he does as a player. Never, just. Oh, come on!
Casemiro absolutely fluffed that. Man. Absolutely fluffed that. And now Liverpool on the counter-attack with Jota. McManaman saying about possibility about offside. That's maybe why, but
it's bullshit.
Yeah.
Hit him off the ball. Go on.
Go on and finish. Go on, son. You on?
Keep
giving it back for the free kick. He's obviously giving it back for that free kick.
I've come back to pandemonium. What's going on?
Well, Real Madrid, you just see now. You look at the replay.
Oh Jesus!
Vinicius, that's just unbelievably stupid from Casemiro. Though it really is bad control.
I've just caught a replay. Well, Henderson's coming off, so now Liverpool are going to win.
For me,
and probably a double substitution out of this, I should imagine. Yeah, Firmino coming on for who is that?
Number
Thiago.
6, Thiago.
Madrid haven't made a change yet, have they?
Not yet. Not yet.
Who've they got on the bench?
They have Nacho, Hazard, Asensio, Marcelo,
Hazard.
Lunin, Vasquez, Bale, Silly Bollocks, Rodrigo, Isco, Mariano, and Camavinga. Camavinga's going to be. Camavinga's going to be lethal when he comes on.
Stop here a minute. Who's Silly Bollocks?
Ceballos.
All right, Ceballos.
Well,
right,
the world's best player, then.
All right. Well, no. Henderson's the world's best player according to my mate Aaron.
No, it's
Best player in the multiverse.
He's the Mark Noble of Liverpool, is Henderson. He is.
He's a Danny
insult
Ceballos
Mark
of
Noble.
West Ham.
He's a good captain.
I didn't say he was Mark Noble. I said he is the Mark Noble of Liverpool.
He's a good leader and captain. I just think they've got better midfielders. And
Well, yeah, he is. Yeah, but that's the whole point. That's why he's there. I like as we had a chat about.
That's the point. That's the point I'm making, that Liverpool carry him to trophies. Like he doesn't really.
Anyway. Jesus.
Have they equalised?
No, almost.
Go! That's a foul.
Vinicius, come on, Vinicius, seriously.
That's got to be a card. Fuck off. No, that's a foul.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Vinicius made the meal. I'm sorry, guys. You're right. It's a foul, but he made the meal of that. He went down like he was kicked in the bollocks. It's just no. That's why I told him to get up, because he made too much of a meal of it. That's the thing. But other than that, I totally agree with you. And Jota trying to go, Firmino trying to go for it, and he goes out for a throw-in. Oh, Hoddle, shut up. We know they're defending deeper than they normally would.
The reason why Liverpool aren't winning is because Real Madrid have scored more goals. That level of bollocks.
Alaba did a great block there. Absolutely fantastic.
That was brilliant. They're slowing it down
offside there anyway, looking at the replay. But
they're slowing it down to see if there's a bloody penalty, aren't they? BT are desperate for Liverpool to get back into this because they want the game to go on more and be more exciting.
No, mate. It was there because they did the replay because it was showing that Mane was offside.
Oh, okay. So without the commentary, I lose context of things, and it was they were.
You didn't need to hear it, mate. You can see it on the screen. That's why they paused it, just to show that it was Mane as being offside.
It's Fat Ronaldo.
It was.
He's had a few burgers, mate.
Bit like pie.
Hey, no. Actually, I'll have you know, Russ. It's chili dogs. It's chili dogs, mate.
That's what cracked me up about that photo we saw of Payet last season with their sponsor of Uber Eats, and he's about twice as big as last time we saw him.
He always did have a bit of like puppy fat on him, even when
he did. To be fair, yeah.
Salah.
Oh, who was it? It was Jota again.
Jota's
nice ball in from Salah coming in, and then Firmino passes it to Salah, and Jota controls it. Can't control it, and good save by Courtois. It goes out for a corner, which Alexander-Arnold is about to take. Let's just see what happens with this free kick. Ball. Oh, that's terrible. That is awful. That is a daisy cutter. What are you doing there, Trent? Seriously.
It's got no. It's a Madrid.
That is 100% a free Real Madrid free kick.
It's a Madrid throw.
100%. It's not even that. It's a free kick because it was a foul.
And Liverpool are still complaining.
You are joking me. How's he?
And Liverpool are still complaining.
Yeah.
Entitled.
Well, they said it was our free kick, and he gave it to him, and it was just Tony, you're absolutely right here, mate. On both sides, Real Madrid playing dirty with cheap chicks, etc. But Tony's saying Courtois is on fire in goal. He keeps denying Liverpool.
What the hell was that? Oh, what? Keita tried to do an outside the boot shot from outside the area.
I just hope Real Madrid bring on Eden Hazard for like 5 minutes.
You could have stuck 3 goals on top of it, and it still wasn't going in. Oh my god, that was so bad. That's one of the funniest shots I've seen since Zaza's against United.
Come on, man, it wasn't that bad.
It was the fact it was the audacity of with a ball, like a peppered ball coming at him really quickly to try outside of the boot from outside the area. He ain't Michael Essien.
When you're looking for a goal and it falls to
Shut
the
up
feet of
about Michael
Navigator.
Essien.
I mean, I quite rate him, but yeah, that was a bad.
No, God,
Salah.
please, no!
Oh,
What
great
a
save.
save!
Great save!
What
by
a
Courtois.
save!
Oh, Salah, is he going to go down? 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 He stays on his feet and
Then
misses.
refresh your YouTube.
But then he rolled on the floor afterwards. Anyone notice he rolled? Instincts. That's muscle memory. That is instincts.
Yeah, I think
That is
Tony's actually
instincts.
watching it in real time and telling us what's happening.
No, that was about
that is an amazing save by Courtois, not a camera save. That was an amazing save.
Yeah, Dennis, refresh your YouTube, mate, so you can catch up with us, man.
What do you mean? I'm only like a few seconds behind, surely.
Well, it's long enough. Come on. You know you want to.
Right. Well, at the minute, Real are on the
Vinicius.
counter. Is that good? Is that
Yeah,
good enough
Yeah,
for you?
Vinicius there. Oh,
Come on! It's got to be 2-0.
Great ball over to Benzema.
It's got to be 2-0.
Oh,
Oh my God!
too late,
What's
too
the
late.
stupid ball forwards? That was a hospital pass.
Yeah,
Play
agreed, 100%.
Benzema.
Again.
And now
that's
Liverpool
because Vinicius
are
was
in the ascendancy again.
No,
Vinicius was too slow with that. He really was too slow. But you're right, Dennis. It is a hospital ball at the same point.
Like if you're gonna do it that slow, do it wider so that way there's a chance that you can take it around the keeper or something. Like towards the keeper, that's the guy. He's gonna have to risk his legs. They're showing a replay of this again. It's like but after the shot, he goes and has a tumble, doesn't he?
He does. Yeah, because you're absolutely right. Because he goes and then he rolls over.
what's a save?
Muscle.
Maybe he's got an agreement with his sponsors. He have to do 2 or 3 dives a game.
Yeah, he has to get grass stains on his kits. That's what it is.
Sponsored by Speedo.
Yeah.
Well, there's the picture of him like in the swimming pool that's just been memed to hell, isn't it? Of him.
Oh God, yeah.
What a ball that is! Oh,
Could Ramos just sign for Real Madrid and bring him on? Madrid are preparing a sub. I don't know who's coming on though. I think I saw
that is. Hang on. That is Camavinga. Camavinga coming on.
No, it's not Ceballos.
25. It's Camavinga.
Ceballos should have started this game.
What? Because so Liverpool would have won it.
Shut up.
But yeah. But Camavinga, I said it earlier. I said when we were going through the substitutes, like Camavinga is going to be lethal when he comes on, and now
number 15, who the player I've never seen before in my life, is down with cramp.
Valverde.
Valvinus, that's what I heard.
Valvinus. Hello.
90s wrestler. Come on, get on it.
Hello.
There's a Real Madrid fan wearing a Admiral Nelson hat.
Yeah.
Choppy PP. Remember that?
Yes, one of them. Again, typical. That wouldn't happen in 2007, let alone 2022.
Yeah, so...
that is something that people go, "Oh, I guess no." It was out and out racist. Like, you can't. No, I'm not having this old.
The lights went off, didn't they? Lights went off.
The lights went off, and what was it? Some emergency shrinkage saved him, or something like that.
Yeah,
the big Valboski. Yeah.
Tony,
there was a cold lock.
Hang on, Tony, that caramel finger is really quick.
That's going to be.
I know you're sitting there on your phone, son, but Jesus,
go on.
Turning into caramel finger.
Very good from Robertson. Good recovery from Robertson there.
Right, so looking back at
great tackle from someone.
Modric,
I don't know who it is.
Down the right hand side. Down over to Carvajal.
Benzema.
And now Vinicius. And then back to 3-2.
It's like Camavinga never seems to start for Madrid. I don't buy someone.
He's a super sub. He really is a super sub.
Well, he's the one that United fans keep going, "Oh, we're not going to get Rice for 100 because we can get Camavinga for 100." It's like, we'll sign Camavinga then.
Well, yeah, but they're 2 totally different players for one.
I know, but it's just like, we'll sign him then. It's up my ass.
Benzema, good block from Alexander Arnold. Then
They're
very
on the
good
attack
block.
now. Mane's on the ball. Like Mane's meant to be leaving, isn't he?
Allegedly.
Apparently, he's going to Madrid this summer. Not
Or
sorry,
Bayern
Bayern
Munich.
Munich, not Madrid. Sorry, Bayern Munich.
Yeah.
Bayern Munich.
Well, yeah, I hope they do buy him because then we can get Serge Gnabry back.
But again, that's another. I'll say it very quickly. Another one where if he'd stayed at Arsenal, I don't think he would have developed. Oh, go on, he's offside.
How is Vinicius offside? He ran
no.
players.
JP, he is offside. He was offside. He was running back. He was running back from the opposition half. He was offside. From what I saw,
at least two or three that he's online with.
He was offside, mate. But to finish that point, Gnabry wouldn't have developed as he had if he stayed at United. Similar to De Bruyne at Chelsea.
Him on loan to West Brom under Tony Pulis. That's
he never played him.
Yeah.
It's another one where if he makes this is where like a lot of people when they say, "Oh, if West Ham had signed this player," it's like, yeah, but I don't think he would have developed like he did at West Ham. He wouldn't have been. They wouldn't have been as good. Rice is a rare example of West Ham development going well at West Ham.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Another example
good save from Courtois.
The other honourable mention before his knee injury was Lanzini, because if Lanzini doesn't have his knee injury, he probably goes that summer. Like Lanzini was absolutely mustard that season, 17-18 for us.
No, I agree.
So that's another example of development done well, but sadly injury ruined that.
He's just not strong enough, though, mate.
Every Arsenal player, to be honest.
But it's like my point is there's so many players that we missed out on. It's like, oh, if only we had got him. I said, I don't think it would have worked out like that.
Here we
go. Silly Bollocks is coming on.
He's going to score the winner. I've got to put that on. £5.
I mean, at the end of the day, bearing in mind that he was in the same Spain side that what's his? Oh, come on.
There's many of them.
No. The under 21s European final with Fornals. Both of them, and we obviously got the right one by the looks of it because we were linked with both of them at that final. And that tournament, I should say, and it looks like we did get the right one. I absolutely love Fornals. I think it's brilliant.
Yeah,
but
the thing I love about Fornals the best is like he's just. I think I said this a few times on the watch along. Like he's like when we score, even if he's not involved, he's like a puppy. He's just happy to be there, and he's just running around like happy with a smile on his face, celebrating.
Right, so
again,
Modric is coming off, and Silly Bollocks is coming on.
If Liverpool get an equaliser, this is a huge mistake.
Yeah, agreed.
Huge mistake because Modric doesn't necessarily need an engine to do what he does.
There's going to be. What do you reckon, guys? For added time, there's going to be.
I reckon there'll be quite a bit of added time. I think.
25
I
minutes.
think there'll be.
I
reckon 3 or 4.
Oh, why didn't you send it back to the keeper?
Come on, do it for Sergio Ramos.
Robertson.
But yeah, if Liverpool could take it at extra time, they're going to regret that sub.
It's not going to happen, mate. I can't see it at all.
5 minutes.
Fucking hell, 5 minutes.
5 minutes, and I'm saying like I don't know enough about Ceballos to say whether he's rubbish or not. I just think as the game goes on, you're going to need a player like Modric to keep.
No, I agree. I agree 100%. But at the same point, when you got guys like Vinicius and Benzema on the pitch,
let's through
the run like that. Come on, son.
Come on. No, what are you doing?
This is what?
I think it's gone for a corner or something. I don't know. I'd like to see a replay. I don't know what the hell happened there.
I was surprised as well.
That was a brilliant block by someone, actually.
Oh my god!
It looked like from the angle that we saw, it looked like he was going for Vinicius, but Vinicius would have been offside. That's why I think he fumbled it at the last second.
I was trying to put
a very good block,
and he's not even on the top goal scorer.
Hang on, one at a time, guys. One at a time.
It was a very good block by someone, is what I'm saying.
Yeah,
I was trying to put bet on Ceballos. He's not even on the goal scoring list. It would have probably been about 100, 300 to 1.
Benzema would have taken the free short corner randomly. What's the hell's going on here? What? Who's over? I can't see a
Come on,
fucking thing. Here we
stay
go.
on
Benzema.
side, Dopey.
Pass it to Vinicius. Don't go for it yourself. Camavinga. See, that's
Oh.
what happens. If you'd have passed it to Vinicius, he was onside, could have had the ball, limped it through, boom, it's 2-0. Just absolutely wasted opportunity. Wasted opportunity. But I still think you're right, Dan. It's going to finish 1-0. It is going to finish 1-0.
Rodrigo.
Vinicius is coming off and Rodrigo's coming on.
Yeah, Rodrigo's manic against Man City, wasn't he?
Oh, it was brilliant, but I don't think that's the right call. I really don't. But then again, you can't take Benzema off either, for that matter. So yeah, it's a tricky one. It's a tricky one.
Oh yeah, Solihull Moors versus Chesterfield. It's not the same league, is it really?
In every shape and form.
Yeah. Don't forget to join us tomorrow. Yeah, okay, mate. Yeah, all right.
Yeah. Come on. Oh, ooh, bit of Charcoal Brothers there.
Yeah,
come on, Solihull Moors is all I can say.
There we go.
Did anyone see the Wrexham final earlier, mate? That was mental. The National League, like Premier or whatever it's called.
Oh, what for?
Wrexham went extra time 5-4 to. I can't even remember who they were playing. I was supporting Wrexham because one of my best mates is a Wrexham fan. So
because I saw earlier that Port Vale have gone up to League One.
Oh, Vale smashed them off the park. Like Mansfield weren't at the races, and at 2-0 they had a guy go off for 2 yellows in the first half, and it was just curtains. But Vale had 2 goals very controversially disallowed. It could have been 5-0. It was mental. Like second half, they just absolutely demolished them. I think they had a brilliant free kick hit the post in the first half as well. Like they were just all over them, like ugly on a baboon, mate. Like Mansfield, it was honestly, it was like watching a Jedi Knight take on a quadriplegic. It was like Mansfield didn't even have a chance.
90 seconds, just under 90 seconds left. And yeah, it goes. Alisson grabs the ball.
Has Marcello actually played? Does Marcello get a medal? Because
a winner's medal for coming on for 3 seconds.
I haven't even seen him play.
He hasn't.
He's there for moral support. He's cheerleader.
It's a bit like when Ronaldo was the manager in the Euro.
You've always got at least 1 or 2 players that have to prop up the bench, don't you?
Well, it's like when Ronaldo was on the bench at the Portugal final and like coaching the team to the win.
Or John Terry coming on full kit when he didn't play for 6 games in that final.
Or Rob Green doing the full kit when he didn't play at all.
That's it, actually. No, you're right on that side of it. He does top it.
But what I love is that it was just blatantly funny. Oh, Alisson nearly gets caught out.
Yeah. It's a good attempt by Firmino as well.
I think you should be given man of the match. Courtois.
All right, so let's talk about 10 seconds left. Who's your man of the match, guys?
Oh, Courtois has to be.
It's got to be Courtois.
Yeah. He certainly kept him in it, 100%. Dirty tactics. That would have been a great goal if the referee hadn't have blown.
It's done. That's it.
That's it.
Yes. Come on, boys.
Oh,
drinking those Liverpool tears. Come on.
As I said to you, mate, when we did the Man City second leg, it would be criminal if we didn't watch Real Madrid in the final because we've gone all that way and hadn't stopped it. So yeah, there you go. Real Madrid have won it. Fun, Courtois, and Tony's saying Courtois all day long for man of the match. Absolutely agreed.
All day long. Like
I'm just so happy that it's just not Liverpool.
So it's that's what you wanted, mate. You wanted them to just do the domestic double, and that was it. Dennis, I know what you're thinking. Take that smug grin off your face. Leave your mate alone.
It's not just him. There's loads of them out there. Like I can't. Again, I'm just I've had to tweet in drafts. I'm just going to tweet it now.
So, guys, for those that have kept with us for almost 3 hours, thank you very, very much for your time. Dennis, sum up the game.
It wasn't the classic that I think we were all hoping for. It was still a lot more entertaining. The scoreline would suggest for people that may have looked at 0-0. I think Madrid certainly deserved to win. Equally, taking my personal opinion out of it, Liverpool again were worthy runners-up, and Courtois is exceptionally underrated as a goalkeeper.
Yeah, agreed. Tony's saying relatively the same thing. Liverpool shots weren't clinical enough, straight down the keeper's throat. The majority of them, but it's very, very difficult to get.
I mean, Courtois did have some good saves.
He's made some fantastic saves, but this is where I was going with it, Russ. Courtois is very, very difficult to get past. Very, very difficult. So, Russ, sum up the this final for you.
Well, I think Liverpool had the better of the first half. They've sort of dropped off a little bit, let Madrid back in the second half. Madrid just took their chance, which Liverpool didn't do. But Courtois was amazing in goal, kept him in it. Same as Den. Liverpool very worthy runners up. I don't think any other side would have given Madrid a match like that. But yeah, I'm just over the moon, chaps.
Okay, so looking at.
I want to add one small thing to my summary. One small thing, and that I'm glad it was Madrid-Liverpool, because if it had been City-Liverpool, it would have been the endless wank fest. It would have been. This is the greatest rivalry of all time. It's not.
The coverage would have started at 12 o'clock.
And this is kind of Dennis. You kind of alluded to what the question I was going to ask now. Bearing in mind this has been 2 finals in 4 years, and Liverpool haven't been able to beat Real Madrid. Are they becoming Liverpool's bogey team?
I don't think so, because they haven't played each other enough for it to be a bogey team, in my opinion. A bogey team is West Ham Brighton. It's a bogey team, or back in the day. Back in the day, United Middlesbrough. Middlesbrough were always United's bogey team back in the day. So yeah, they don't play each other enough to justify that, in my opinion.
No, because I just know this is going to be coming in the next couple of days. I know the medias are going to be going, it's 2 finals, 2 losses, blah 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 blah. I'm not saying I agree with it. It's just the fact that I just know that's going to be talked about until the next time this fixture happens, or even if they get him in the next round of next season's Champions League.
Marcello's full kit wanker.
But yeah, no, it has been a very entertaining game. This not as fast paced and in what's the word I'm thinking of? I'm about to say intuitive. It's not intuitive. It hasn't been as appealing as the games we've watched before, Russ. But this has been a good final. It's been end to end at certain points. There's been controversial moments. There's been interesting challenges, shall we say?
I haven't been bored by any stretch of the imagination.
No, absolutely. But as I say, it wasn't the only difference was as Tony summed up and as the pair of you summed up as well. Is Liverpool being on goal isn't as clinical as we used to seeing them be. That's the only bit of it. But because like I said at half time, people won't want to watch this game because it's 0-0 at half time. You see it 1-0, probably not that much happened, but there's been absolutely plenty of things that have happened today. Thoughts on the officials, guys?
Very good, in my opinion.
Yeah, good. Yeah, he didn't. He let it flow. He didn't really bring anyone back. No dodgy decisions really, apart from the Madrid goal that should have been given, in my opinion. But
yeah, but that was VAR looked at it. It's not just on the ref.
Yeah, well, who did they have on VAR? Was it one of English ref or something?
No, I think they're all. I think they might be Italian, but the lines people are French as well, because they're always from the same group. I think the VAR might have been Italian or Spanish. I think it wouldn't be Spanish, but we did see it right at the start of the game. But yeah. So, anything else you guys want to say before we round this up?
I just want to say thank you to the 400 people that started watching and then sort of dwindled off to. We've got about 6 now.
Yeah, well, it's 18 at this time at the minute, but yeah, as I say that, 5 people just disappear in the space of that half a second.
Sub to my channel, sub to JV's channel.
But
Just
no,
follow
honestly,
Dennis
guys, thank
on
you very,
YouTube,
very much
on-
for
on
everybody that's
Twitter,
kept with
follow.
us. It's been really, really good to and more specifically, thank you. Well, we had 22. We've had one person's unsubscribed,
Ah,
but even still, 21 subscribers in a 2.5-hour broadcast is unbelievably good. Very, very good. Thank you
We
to
should do this
everybody
more
that
often.
subscribed to the channel. There is a lot
Yeah,
more.
we
I'm
don't
sure
need-
Bill's. Huh?
we don't need Bill anymore.
We don't. No,
Just
we
sign
don't.
over your channel, Bill. It's fine. We'll do it for you.
But thank you to everybody. If you haven't already done so, please do like, share, and subscribe. Because we've still got quite a few people watching as it stands at the minute. But guys, enjoy the rest of your weekend. And Bill and everybody at the normal crew, we'll see you guys very, very soon. All the best now.